It's time to stop being intimidated by these online overnight activists who couldn't even point to Gaza on a map before October 7th.
Doesn't know where Yemen is.
Oh my God.
I think nope. Got it.
That's actually so funny.
The exact point of the so-called radicalization funnel, where, for example, Hasan and JT catch them while they're young, as they say, and then they start looking into this new idea, etc., and then move forwards through the funnel, get more and more informed, get more and more radicalized.
Is this unironically Hasan and his friends talking about bringing kids into being anti-Western? I mean, we already knew he was bad, but I didn't think he was necessarily a threat before. But now I genuinely do. He's just a disgusting individual. All right, I think we're good. The audio's fine. We're back. We're back, guys. We're back here. We're back after our vacation. We're having a little audio problems, but I think we're okay. That's it, man. I thought Ethan was going to release his video while I was on vacation, like the first week. And he didn't. He waited for me to get back home. So God bless him. I appreciate that. I actually reached out to him. I said, Ethan, you know, delay your release. He said, no problem, Papa God. I love you a lot. I'll never admit it publicly, ever. You know, because you're so smart. You're such an awesome, cool based guy. But, you know, I can't do it. I can't do it. I said, I understand. And then he sent me some Teddy Fresh, you know. So none of that happened. But anyway, I'm ready to go. Let's just get this started. All right. Maybe we should have played. Maybe we should have played something else. What is it called? Half-Life.
The world would not be the same. Few people laughed. Few people cried.
Yeah.
Most people were silent.
I don't know what that. What is that from?
I remembered the line from the Hindu scripture, the Bhagavad Gita.
Wow, incredible.
Vishnu takes on his multi-armed form and says,
I'll be honest with you. I can hear this perfectly.
now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
We think the Houthi is doing what Houthi.
That's Oppenheimer. Crazy. I thought Cillian Murphy was Oppenheimer, dude. What?
Fucking bloodthirsty, violent pig dog. Why am I held accountable? God forbid you throw up the
Oh my God, this is insane.
fucking green Hamas banner.
Happy birthday to you.
I'm
All
cooked,
together.
I'm cooked.
Happy birthday from Twitch, Hasan.
Yay! Happy birthday!
Twitch.
That was. I'll say that was certainly a very riveting introduction there. Why am I making this? Wow, incredible.
Oh, hi there. It's me, your old friend, Ethan Klein.
You know, if you really do think about it, Hasan did bring back the old Ethan Klein. So, you know, W Hasan for one time. Am I right?
It's been a while since we've last spoken. In that time, I've had 3 kids, all
Wow.
boys. I've
Wow.
lost 100 pounds.
Wow.
And I've pissed off 75% of the internet. Probably a lot of you guys, too. Actually talking about there at the NRA meeting that's today in Texas. Someone should bomb.
Slightly based, but not at all.
Oh, yeah, and I got a tattoo also, so I'm cool like that.
Nice, dude.
Left or right, I always thought that, despite our differences, there was one thing we could all agree on. And what was that?
Terrorism is bad.
That we love America. And
Oh well, yeah, that's not gonna fly, bud. You know, but I don't think the most America is not too hot right now. Everybody hates America. You know, it's got some flaws, but I think it gets a bad rap, especially since we created rap. I mean, if you think about it, it's kind of cringe that you hate it. We created rap. Racist to hate us? I don't know. Maybe. But yeah. No, I don't think people love America too much. It's got its flaws, but you know, at least you can criticize them.
everything she stands for.
Mom and Dad and apple pie.
Sure, there's plenty to criticize and endless things to improve, but
But you're allowed to do those things, and that's the most beautiful part about it.
I thought it was about making a more perfect union.
No, it's just about hating America for the memes. That's what. Let's be absolutely real, bud.
Not tearing it down.
And marching bands, a pride that only
The thing is, there's something kind of scary brewing in America. Communism.
That's America.
I'm assuming he's like half memeing.
That's America to me.
I started a show a couple of years ago with my acquaintance, Hasan Piker. You might remember him from such classics as
America deserved 9/11, dude. Fuck it. I'm saying it. Yeah.
It's funny because, like, you know, he was a pretty big Hasan supporter throughout this whole arc. So
Kill them. Kill those motherfuckers. In
whoa,
the video game. Sorry.
whoa, dude, that's so mean.
Holy shit. That's not what I said. You dumb cracker bitch.
Whoa, dude, you can't be throwing out the hard R in the cracker. Cracker. That's what I meant to say. That's what I meant to say. That's what I meant to say. Now, here's the thing. I'm allowed to say it, but we shouldn't. But if you use it with an A on the end, it's just like a term of endearment. And all my friends, regardless of what color or ethnicity or orientation, you know, you guys can say it too. Like, you gotta say it. You just have to put it. You have to say it with like a coolness to it, though. You can't say it as a mean guy. Okay.
and of course, the Leftovers podcast, which was our show.
Wow, I love that.
Which we made
Can I tell you something, dude? I'm on my way back because I live on Long Island. And right when I get to the airport, I see my first MAGA hat guy. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, yo, here's my thing. If you voted Trump, that's fine. But keep it to yourself. You don't got to be wearing the MAGA hat. To me, you're a loser weirdo if you wear a MAGA hat unironically. Right? You voted for Trump, whatever. You wear the hat. Like, I don't want to know you're either a bad person or stupid. You know what I mean? Like, just keep it to yourself.
Broadly to goof on the antics of the right. Now, to be clear, I knew about all these edgy and controversial jokes at the time we made the show together.
True.
Because who am I to judge?
Here is Ethan Klein being a delightful human being.
I was just going to say, if there's another Holocaust, if they start rounding up the Jews again, I hope Ben gets...
Listen, I'm going to be real with you. I said it then, I'll say it again. He's not necessarily wrong. Ethan's a Jew, so he can make that joke. I'm a Jew, so I could say that joke wasn't that bad. And considering Ben Shapiro will nuzzle up and cuddle with people on the far right that hate him, if there is another one of those bad things that should never happen again, I mean, it kind of makes sense that he'd be on the front line receiving it. I mean, right? Come on. What are you talking about? Okay.
He presents himself as someone like me, a left-leaning Democrat who supports basic things. And we went on making the show for about 2 years and everything was good. Everyone was having fun. The audience was having fun. No problem. That was until this happened.
We were doing our regular show, and for the first time I noticed an inordinate amount of radical, hardcore leftists. I mean,
how did it take you that long to figure that out?
I thought we were social democrats, not whatever this was.
Well, I mean, Poo-Poo Wienerhead over here was really, like, Hasan was just looking for a platform. It's so interesting because I keep saying it. I almost, when Hasan and Ethan started the podcast together, Hasan was on his down. He was on his downtrend. And it's so funny because Ethan kind of like saved his career. And now Hasan is back. I mean, he was the only person that really wanted to associate with him. So he kind of goofed up on himself a little bit there. If he had just not done that, probably would have been better off.
I don't hate the idea of like people who can be successful. I think it's good.
Yeah, once Ethan started owning Hasan, that's when Hasan got really upset.
That people can achieve success in the term monetary success. I mean, that's what that means, right? I do. You know, there's nothing wrong with that.
Because I see so many people in the chat saying no.
I don't know.
No.
What y'all are tripping about. Like, what the fuck do you
What
want?
is the idea that
you guys
people
like
are looking for?
You guys are all like radical communists?
Yeah, there's really nothing wrong with, like, I don't mind people making more or less money in society. I just think that people should have their basic needs met in a more meaningful way. Like, yeah, there are some people who are going to be better for society and some people are worse. And the people who are better for society should make more money. But the people who aren't necessarily as good for society should be able to live and have kids and become educated. And whatever talent or skill they have should be able to potentially be valued in some capacity. You know, like, we need to have a better expansion of welfare systems in a meaningful way. Like, it's not a hot take.
There's that many radical communists. Suck it, chat. You're watching a capitalist pig. Deal with it. And then this happened. This comment from Hasan really started to sound some alarms in my head.
If you're in a socialist country with multiple parties, and one of the parties is a capitalist party, which would surely exist.
Yeah.
What would you do if that party started gaining momentum?
I'm pretty sure he says you'd silence him.
The solution to that would always be education and offering more
Re-education?
re-education, certainly. Yeah. There should be
Like re-education camp?
an enforcement mechanism.
There you go.
And in that enforcement mechanism, I think like rehabilitation, which would include re-education as well.
So it sounds like what he's saying is you would put them in jail if they disagree with your opinion, right? That's probably not a good idea.
If putting capitalists in re-education camps isn't disturbing enough,
That's what that is. And listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like these insane fucking MAGA people. Wouldn't put them in a camp. That's just it's not gonna win us the overall battle there at all. So
I started to notice that
appreciate that.
Hasan was carrying a lot of water for communist states' war crimes.
yeah, and he's dog whistling. When you hear him talk like this, it doesn't sound that bad. So to somebody who likes Hasan, you're going to hear that and go like, oh, that doesn't sound terrible. Like, you can re-educate them. Like, it's not a big deal. If for somebody who doesn't like Hasan, you're obviously going to interpret that much more negatively because it is negative, right? So your bias is going to have an impact there. But the people in the middle, it's going to go like either way. Some of them might not get that it's a dog whistle to put people into camps that disagree with you. Some people, you know what I mean? That's the whole point of the way that he talks. He's talking with doublespeak intentionally.
And genocides.
What do you call Crimea? I call it a part of Russian territory, bitch.
Ooh.
That's what I call Crimea. I call it Crimea River.
Got it, dude. Hey, invade. Hey, listen, guys. You heard it from Hasan Piker. You can invade other countries as long as you're not Western. That's it. That's it. As long as you're not a Western country, you can invade and you can have the land. Hasan Piker, everybody. Incredible stuff.
A Russian river. The annexation of Crimea is absolutely a justifiable annexation. Tibet was literally a fucking feudal slave mandate.
I love it. I love it. As long as it's not a Western country, it is okay to absolutely harass, oppress, genocide, murder, and destroy another country. But if you're the United States, you are held to an incredible standard. It's almost like Hasan is engaging in the bigotry of lowered expectations for non-Western countries. It's almost like Hasan's hatred of the West actually shows that he thinks very little of the non-West. Isn't that incredible stuff? The answer is no.
Autonomous zone.
China did them a favor.
That was one. I mean, in America, when I say something like this, people get very upset. You know, we talk about the Dalai Lama saying "suck my tongue" or whatever. But like,
so if by this logic, what Hasan is saying is that like China took over another culture that was less than, by his logic, it's okay to kill those people. So by that logic, since our culture is better because we're freer, it's okay for us to attack whoever we want. Ah, okay. Understood. Thank you, Hasan. That's incredible stuff. Wow. And beautiful.
that's not far from the norm in fucking normal Tibetan existence before the Communist Party came in and
China,
what are we talking about?
Unilaterally.
What are you talking about sucking on tongues? Who cares about tongue sucking? Okay, I don't care about the Dalai Lama or any of that. I don't care.
Took over Tibet.
Like these are
their culture. They basically are trying to, homogenize the culture.
If your culture,
they're trying to spoil the religion and the identity.
The part of feudal warlords and slavery, abolishing that. Yes, I do think that is good.
No, China did them a favor.
Well, listen, but then this brings a whole conversation on like, hey, is it okay to attack a culture that engaged in slavery? I tend to agree. Is it okay? But then, like, how far do we go? I mean, there is still like sex slavery going on, but like, does this not justify us attacking any country with slavery in it that has like slavery? I don't understand, or aggressive mentality, like attacking them. I mean, the entire Middle East, unfortunately, has very regressive laws when it comes to, or most of it, when it comes to like women, children, age of consent, marriage, right? Like arranged marriages are always abusive. It's usually a younger girl and an older woman. A lot of times, like any traditional marriage, even in like Christian religion, was like, hey, buy my daughter. That was what it was. You're usually like trading to some extent your kids. Like that's what it was. So how far do we allow that to go? How far are we allowed to take that mentality and run with it? You know, I think that we should influence positively. Sometimes America can influence negatively. I'm not going to deny that. But I mean, how far do you go? And by Hasan's logic, it's so everything that we do in America is okay to influence other countries because they have a worse culture. And they like, we have, in my opinion, the better culture. We're a freer country. Doesn't mean that we're perfect. But like, this is a slippery slope that lets us say like, it's okay for us to attack any country indiscriminately as long as they don't have as good of a culture as us. A lot of other countries don't have freedom of speech. They don't have the same rights for women, children, LGBTQ people. Asmongold effectively said it's okay to attack Palestine because of that. How is Hasan not supporting that mentality? It doesn't make any sense. He's literally agreeing with, he doesn't, like that's the problem is that he's completely morally inconsistent. The really what it boils down to is he just doesn't like the West.
This is a good way to describe
better culture to who? To you. Wait, you don't even troll me. The United States has a better culture than like every other country. Go live in another country where women and gay people and trans people don't have the same rights, or workers. Like I don't even know what to tell you. We're not even going to argue that at this point.
Taiwan as well. The American federal government going into the fucking South and killing, unfortunately not all of them, but a decent amount of slavers and defenders of slavery. This is violent retribution.
America doesn't have the best culture. Did I say America or did I say the West? I'm talking about the West has the best culture in the entire world. I don't know what else to tell you, dude.
From a powerful...
We have the freest culture in the entire... I'm not going to get one guy. I am, but we do have the best culture as a Western civilization.
Federal government that squashed, okay?
Tibet is the South in the Civil War?
Yes.
And most disturbingly, a complete whitewashing of the Chinese genocide against their Muslim minority group, the Uyghurs.
Don't they have Uyghur death camps?
Yeah, then the media is not allowed in there. So Uyghurs are Muslim, I believe. It's pretty terrible. I said America. Well, you know what? America is the best, but I meant West, generally speaking. The West is like has the best culture.
It's not a death camp.
And you want to know what, dude? America is the leader of the Western world. Okay.
It's they were re-education camps, and they are no longer in operation.
Is that
according?
They're re-education camps, dude. They were literally killing Muslim people in these camps. That's what they were doing the whole time. See, even Hasan doesn't even care about Muslim people. He pretends to care about Muslim people, but when it comes down to defending China, he'll literally be like, oh, they were just re-education camps for Muslims where the media wasn't allowed in there, by the way, and they were killing Muslims because they were Muslim. But it's China, so like they were just like a re-education camp. It's not a big deal.
The Associated Press.
Okay. I saw this crazy documentary, and I don't know. I don't know the surrounding narrative or anything about it, but it was about there was doctors in the area. They would be able to procure organs.
No, no.
I'm telling you, they were in China with
that one is like Shen Yun, like, Falun Gong.
I mean, you could say no, but like if you go to these, I think it's the Sex Museum or the Body Exhibit in the United States, it's all like Chinese people that China like sold to us. So like, yeah, that people do that.
You an organ from a Uyghur. But why is that? Is that really that crazy?
The Associated Press quietly fucking wrote an article that didn't get a lot of coverage in mainstream media about how like, okay, well, all the concentration camps have been closed now. Like all the re-education camps are closed now in fucking Xinjiang, and it's like very different vibes.
Oh, they just closed the re-education. Oh, okay, so no big deal. I like that because in America we're still talking about systemic racism, which we should. But they closed those camps like 6 months ago. It's over. Like it's time to move on, dude. It's not even a big deal. Like, what are you, stupid? Like, get the fuck over it. It's like what are you even what are you saying? What do you have to say makes no sense to anybody.
In Xinjiang, and now it's the tourism hour.
Let's see what the Associated Press actually had to say about this. These are all AP articles from the last 2 years. UK independent body reports China committed genocide in Xinjiang. China sanctioned a U.S. research firm and 2 individuals over a report about the human rights violations in Xinjiang.
See, he doesn't even care about Muslim people, dude. He's a fucking grifter, dude.
It's the tourism hour.
To China's fury, UN accuses Beijing of Uyghur rights abuses.
Tourism hour.
Uyghur County in China has the highest prison rate in the world. 1 in 25 people is in a Chinese prison.
It's the tourism hour.
48 Uyghurs detained in Thailand for almost 11
It's not funny that what's happening to them. It's just the edit's funny.
years are on hunger strike to protest their imminent deportation to China, where they face imprisonment or execution.
Jesus.
Not only does this
That's horrible.
AP article seem not to exist, reading the AP proved exactly the opposite. Hasan has happily eaten up the Chinese propaganda on this and has regurgitated it to his mainstream audience. Why is he defending China's genocide of their Muslim population?
Well, here's the thing. I don't think Hasan is smart enough to take money from China because he's a stupid idiot. Because he might as well be getting paid for it. Hasan, this is like the reality of Hasan. Hasan grew up loving America so much, and then he got older, and then he just decided to hate it because it was like it was like a parent to him. And now all he does is go on about how much he hates America and the Western culture, even though he chooses to live here. That's it. And like now his entire identity is how much he hates America. That's his whole identity. He's a fucking loser.
How does this even make sense? It only makes sense if A, he's being paid, or B, he has the political complexities of a 5-year-old. I know America bad is a meme that people laugh at online, but with Hasan, this does actually seem to be the beginning and the end of his analysis.
Yeah, pretty much.
2 principles. Let me explain to you. 2 principles that you should keep with you, coming from a person who's Turkish, okay?
What does that being Turkish matter?
When you look at a situation in the Middle East, you look at what the local government is and who the Western forces are. Never align with the Western forces. So when I look at other countries, I look at their...
Hasan is rich. Hasan grew up rich in Turkey. He didn't face whatever plight that's going on over there in any capacity. He's rich now. He was rich then. This whole weird thing where he's like, but my dad lost all his money in the stock market or something. I don't care. Shut up.
A regional actor, whoever the regional power player is, and then I look at who is backed by the Western superpowers. That's a principle that you could take home with you. If you want to actually be moral, or if you want to be smart about the way you analyze other countries, that's one basic principle that you can take home with you. Crazy. All of a sudden, magically, you are above on your foreign policy analysis. You're going to be better off than 90% of people that look at the situation.
After seeing all
90%, so you're telling me that there's still like a 10% period there where America actually not bad? Wow. I didn't know that Hasan liked America so much.
All of this, I was already getting uncomfortable with our partnership.
I started to wonder if I had any idea who this guy actually is.
And then this happened.
We have breaking news out of Israel this morning where Hamas has launched a surprise attack within Israel's borders overnight.
Isn't it crazy? This is what split up Ethan and Hasan, and it's also what split up Andrew Tate and Ben Shapiro, because Ben Shapiro was basically cum guzzling Tate, downplaying that the sex trafficking, rape allegations with a ton of credibility on them and all that. But all he would criticize him for is making a joke about wanting to bang a 10 out of 10 trans person over a 3 out of 10 cisgendered woman. So incredible stuff.
After the shock of October 7th, I noticed a huge increase of anti-Semitic comments from Hasan's stream and Discord, including from his head mod.
Guys, what could Hasan possibly do about that? I mean, after all, it's just his entire community. How is he supposed to try to police his own community?
I was disturbed that Hasan was seemingly okay with this.
Can you do you care that your chat is calling me racist? Do you make any attempt to modify?
I have not looked at my chat.
Moderate that at all?
I have not looked at my chat at all, but you
I
have
just
to
opened it, but don't you have moderators? Do you care at all about what your audience says about me?
There's 32,000 people in here right now.
I'm just trying to tell you guys how it feels.
Yes, and you can have a level of control over your own audience. It's really not that difficult. You can ban people who are like pieces of shit. You can say, stop harassing Ethan. Hasan doesn't care. He likes the anti-Semitism. Hasan hates the West and anything that aligns with it. Okay? What's going on in Israel and Palestine is not there. It's like Israel isn't the whole good person there. Okay? Let's just be clear. but it doesn't matter to Hasan as long as like he doesn't care. He's so anti-West, like he doesn't give a shit at all.
Feels. And I'm fucking shocked that you don't care that people in your chat are saying, "Who the fuck is this child? Cold, arrogant, kind as fuck."
I love you, but there's only so much I can do.
How can you be
He's not doing anything though, so there's really a lot more he could do.
surprised when your Discord is literally full of fucking?
Ethan, I love you, but there's only so much I can do if you're making that argument. You know that, right? Like
Hasan's chat had.
What's the argument? Hey, Israelis don't deserve to die. Oh, that's a tough argument, guys, from Hasan, not from me. Obviously, it's a very easy argument. Israeli people are amazing. Am I right, guys? Okay.
Been calling me a Zion.
And so are Palestinians. Let's just be clear. They're all. Everybody's fine. The only amazing person here is me. Okay. But everybody's chill, bud. You know.
Heinous baby-killing genocider. Maybe it is unreasonable that I'm asking him to moderate his chat for a friend. He doesn't even know where.
Moderate his chat, just to be a good person. You know what I mean? Like what? Crazy.
Where I'm coming from, because it's not something he would ever ask for.
And all these other content creators actually, whipping their communities when their chat is going fucking absolutely bananas over random dumb shit and bringing my name up for no fucking reason. That you were just allowing that shit to run rampant in your
That's
chat.
actually super funny. Ethan just exposed a hypocrisy about Hasan that I didn't even realize. Pleading with everybody else to censor their community of the Hasan hate while refusing to do it to Ethan. Incredible.
And I thought that was fucked up. Ethan, I love you, but there's only so much I can do. Especially,
I like the touch of the Curve Your Enthusiasm in there because that's a very Larry David is Jewish. And they had a very funny episode about Israel Palestine too. Larry ends up dating like a Palestinian woman. It's funny.
As someone who thought we were fucking friends, I think that's a reasonable expectation for someone who you consider to be a friend.
The problem wasn't that he was pro-Palestinian, because I share a lot of those views, and I've been a stalwart supporter of them.
Yeah, Ethan's take is like Israel deserves the right to exist, but Palestine shouldn't be. But Israel shouldn't be able to do whatever they want, and he literally calls Netanyahu a war criminal. It's not the hottest. It's a normal take. Okay.
Palestinian cause for many years. Problem with Hasan's coverage, and a lot of people like him, was their complete lack of empathy for the Jewish people who were frankly slaughtered by Hamas. He refused to show even a crumb of empathy for the Jewish victims.
But listen to what this guy has to say.
No, he downplays the fact that they were that some of these women were assaulted. He just pretends it didn't happen because, I guess every a Palestinian person must be a good person. They're not. Just like every Israeli person's not a good person. Just like every American's not a good person. Just like everybody from every group, there's good and bad people. Especially when there's a wartime going on. Like, you're going to see horrible acts of disgusting, depravity. And it's terrible and it's despicable and it should never happen. But, he's just decided that everybody, again, it's about the West, who aligns with the West, is a bad person. That is Hasan's entire mentality. That's literally it. Jesus!
Say it.
And as you might have seen, there was some sort of rave or desert party where they were having a great time until the resistance came in electrified hang gliders and took at least several dozen hipsters. But I'm sure they're doing very fine despite what the New York Post says. But nobody had seen this coming.
I mean, that's insane, right?
I don't even... Yeah, okay.
What do you mean? Yeah, okay. That's terrible.
Okay.
I'm
just criticizing people. You don't have to comment if you're not comfortable about it.
I honestly felt at times that he and his audience barely thought of Israelis as humans.
Yeah, they don't.
But this dude just called babies.
It's what it kind of boils down to is I think that everybody to an extent has hate in their heart, guys. We all do. I do, you do, we all do. And people want to feel satisfied in that hatred. And so they look for groups that they feel justified in hating. But you shouldn't. You should try to be okay, my hatred is bad. It exists, but it's not good. So you try to hate something that deserves hating, like CM Punk. Okay. Not, different groups, minority groups or any ethnic group or anything like that.
These militants.
No, I understand. And there are baby settlers as well. But there are baby settlers as well. There are babies in the settlements.
Part of running defense for Hamas is downplaying the violence, specifically the sexual violence, which he's done a lot of.
It doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th. Like, that doesn't change the dynamic for me even this much.
It's crazy because all he would have had to say is like, yeah, that's terrible and disgusting that happened. You know? But what he could have said is like what happening is terrible and it's disgusting and it should never happen. And it's an unfortunate part of war. And it's always disgusting. That's all he had to say, but I still don't change my overall perspective. That's fine. It's a tough take, I guess, but it's at least respectful of the other side. Hasan does not care. He does not care that that Israeli women were assaulted, and again, he doesn't care about Palestinians either. Remember earlier, he was talking about how what China did and is continuing to do to Muslims inside their own country, which is put them in camps to re-educate them, which is basically just genociding them without the media in there. He doesn't care because they are not the West, and China doesn't like the West. He doesn't care about Palestinians. He doesn't care about Muslims. He doesn't care about Jewish people. He doesn't care about anybody. He actually doesn't even like Western countries. He hates the West so much that he will say anything that is negative to the West. That's it. That is the number 1 through 10 for the Hasan commandments. Always. He doesn't care about you. Anytime he's right, it's on accident. That's it. That's all it is. That's all it is, dude. Just keep that in mind.
So that's the other part of this problem that many people can't contend with. Like, the Palestinian resistance is not perfect. They're not like so good. They have magical bullets.
Oh my god. Bro, this is insane. This clip here is insane. Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
The Palestinian resistance is not perfect. They're not like so good. They have magical bullets. Is not perfect.
Jesus Christ. I became very unfunny very quickly. That was horrible.
Of course, if you compare the raw numbers, Gazans have lost a lot more than Israelis. 40,000 people have died, and neighborhoods have been completely flattened during this war. And while we should keep their plight at the top of our minds at all time, it also doesn't mean that we should disregard the lives of the Jewish people who are also affected by this, even if their suffering on the whole is not as great. Some of you may know that I'm an Israeli dual citizen. My wife is Israeli, my kids are half Israeli, and my entire in-law is Israeli. I lived there for 5 years, and I grew a closeness with the country and its people. One of the biggest issues between me, Hasan, and his community...
That's how I feel about Disney, you know? We've gone there 5 times in the past 5 years, so I've grown a fondness and a closeness to the Disneys.
Was that I am in favor of a 2-state solution, while they are in favor of a 1-state solution.
Yeah, a 1-state solution will never work. A 1-state solution is basically one side taking over the other side in some capacity. These two groups, Palestinians and Israelis, they can't live together right now. They hate each other too much. That's the reality. There needs to be a 2-state solution facilitated by allies of both countries, where there's probably reparations from Israel to Palestine. I'd say that's probably the only meaningful way to move forward for right now until things, die down. There's less hatred. We're good allies with Germany now. I'm a Jew and I love Germans. I'm also a German, so tough call on that, huh? But you get my point. Time and money can definitely soothe issues, but there needs to be two strong states. Trade, financial abundance. These are things that can really help. Different generations slowly be okay as time goes on. So
their theory is that after the October 7th attack, Israel should just dissolve its borders and let Hamas enter Israel unrestrained.
What do you think Israel should have done in response to October 7th?
Instead of indiscriminately bombing Gaza, I think the first thing to do in that situation would be to dismantle the government in the way that it existed, like get Netanyahu out of power.
Okay. So you're saying Israel in response... Hold on, dude. You're saying in response to this terrorist attack, Israel should have dismantled their own government.
First set of
yeah, that seems a little stupid to say.
First set of actions would be to democratically
take Netanyahu out of power. Yes.
The problem
That would be nice, right? But, you know, I don't think you could really just decide to completely deconstruct the entire government.
is that Israel's been at war with its neighbors for 70 plus years, and it makes a lot of sense that there'd be some distrust there.
Sure.
Is it really insane to think that Jews, as an ethnic minority in Israel, would not be safe? After all, Israel is a country of refugees. If the Jews didn't come from Europe after the Holocaust, they came from the surrounding Arab countries that expelled them in massive amounts following the 1948 war. And
Yeah, I mean, that's true. The reality is people don't like Jewish people. It's a sad reality. It shouldn't exist. You know, that land was given to them by, you know, Britain. I think it was Britain, right? After World War II is over, they said, hey, we want to settle somewhere. That's what they asked to settle to, because that was like the you know, the historic, they used to be there before the Romans expelled them, right? And it did displace some Palestinian people. And it sucks, and there should be some kind of recompense for that. But that group, Jewish people live there for a reason. A lot of the world doesn't like Jews. People in the Middle East don't like Jewish people. It's a recidivism. It's a history of trying to change history to pretend that like Islamic people or the surrounding, you know, countries love the Jews. They didn't. Most people didn't, unfortunately. So like, yeah, it makes sense to keep that. To keep that in mind. Like, it's obviously, and there would be some distrust there. That's why there needs to be like a two-state solution where you have allies trying to maintain the border and peace for a long time until things die down.
in fact, there was more Jews displaced than Palestinians during the Nakba. 1 million Jews. All of these surrounding Arab countries had vibrant Jewish communities in huge number, hundreds of thousands. Now, if you look at them, you're looking at
Sure, it was England's fault as usual. Sure, let's just get rid of England. Just give them to the Jews. Fuck it, right?
close to, if not literally, 0 Jews left in these countries.
Just to give you an idea, here's a visual representation of the Jewish refugees after 1948.
Let's see.
Morocco had 265,000 Jews. Now it has 2,000. Algeria had 140,000. Now it has about 50.
Jesus.
Iraq had 150,000 Jews. Now 10. And I want to give a special shout out to my boy over in Afghanistan, one known Jew.
Wow, that's fucking crazy. It sounds like a lot of these countries love Jewish people.
We know him. We love him. He's the one Afghan Jew.
They were forced to leave their homes, their lives, their property, and migrate to the only place in the world that would accept them, which was Israel. The irony of this whole situation is that after the
Yeah, they weren't all kicked out. Well, why do you think that they left? That's the question. All these Jewish people left. Why do you think that they left? Do you think they left for, they're like, you know, I have an established home here. Everything is so great. But I hear the weather over there is just like a little bit better. Oh, it's a little less humid over there. Actually, somebody figure out how humid is Israel, because we fucking hate humidity, okay? Just to be clear. Most, in general, white people hate humidity. It's not the heat, it's the humidity, right? Why do you think Jewish people went to Israel? Because it was safer there for them.
1948 war, when Israel won the war to declare its independence, the Arab countries got super anti-Semitic against their own Jewish citizenry.
I mean, it makes sense, especially with like Hitler on the rise. He was probably riling everybody up to blame all their problems on the Jews.
That had nothing to do with Israel. And as a result, they kicked them all out, 1 million plus of them, and forced them to go the one place they hated the most, Israel. And now those same people that forced them out of their homes are telling them they don't belong there. So if the Jews of Israel...
Oh, is that true that they were forced out of there to go to Israel? That's funny. Well, it's not funny that that happened, but if that's the case, then they were told to go there by other, you know, by the surrounding Eastern countries. So
are surrounded by Islamic militant terrorist groups that have stated their goal is to annihilate Israel as a Jewish state. And considering the historical context of Jews being pogromed from Arab countries, is it really that crazy for them to not feel safe as an ethnic minority, even a little bit?
And that's pretty much...
I think Ethan's doing a pretty good job of trying to like relay the overall message here while being as sensitive as possible. I mean, I think that's a great thing.
the entirety of our disagreement. Despite what you've read on TikTok and Twitter, I've donated $6,500 to a Palestinian charity after the war started.
That's it, dude. Come on, you got to give more money. Send them some Teddy Fresh, dude.
Hey, Ethan Klein, thank you for the dono. Ethan Klein gave $6,500. My go. Thank you, Ethan.
Condemned Netanyahu as a war criminal.
It could have been more. Ethan's rich, okay? I'm not saying he should have to give more. I'm just saying it could have been more. That's all I'm saying.
They're led by Netanyahu, who should...
Not that I donated very much. But I'm poor compared to Ethan.
Does resign in disgrace and go to prison for being a war criminal.
Called the West Bank settlements an abomination.
Settlers in the West Bank are religious zealots. They're monsters. They're genocidal.
I've even said the West Bank settlers...
Hell yeah, it's time to donation shame, baby.
...are valid military targets.
When you talk about like colonial settlers and stuff, like that's what's actually happening in the West Bank right now. And these people are more or less valid military targets, in my opinion.
My only crime is wanting a two-state solution instead of one. And
yeah, true. Well, his only crime is thinking that Israeli people deserve the right to exist, apparently, according to Hasan.
Thinking it's not okay to kill Israeli civilians. That's it. That's why they're calling me a Nazi Zionist. And because of Hasan and others spreading this...
Papa, did you ever address Hila saying she was bored of doing clerical work for the IDF and wanted to go on a war crime raid? I don't know. Is that actually true? I guess show it to me, I guess. Should I be bored too doing a bunch of clerical work, you know? What would she be doing? Killing terrorists? Like, you know what I mean? Not every Hamas steals money from, they steal relief money from their own people. Like we wear this, right? The Palestinian people are good people, but like Hamas is bad, right? We understand that. They literally, like, their leader is a billionaire who just steals all the money, the relief money from his own people. What are you talking about? So I mean, if she wanted to take down some fucking sussy bakas, who gives a shit? I don't care.
Malicious lie about my beliefs.
It wasn't Hamas. I don't know. Send it to me, dude.
I'm even getting harassed on the street.
So how come you don't like Palestine?
She wanted to go for a car ride? Oh, who cares, dude? Based car ride.
I like Palestine.
No, you don't.
Why do you say that?
Because, bro, you're... wasn't she in the IDF?
Yeah.
Oh, damn, that's crazy.
Mandatory service.
That's sad. That's terrorism, bro.
She was born there.
That's sad. I feel bad for you guys. Ethan Klein, bro.
Well, I mean, wouldn't she be a victim of that then? No?
Ugly as fuck, bro. You're ugly as shit. You look like a rapist.
She was 19? Oh, shit, dude. When I was 19, I was gooning.
Look in the fucking...
You look like a fucking rapist, Ethan.
Ooh. Dude, I'm so sorry. This is funny. This is funny. You look like a rapist. Yeah, that guy definitely doesn't look like that at all, so...
Feel bad for you guys. Ethan Klein, bro, you're ugly as fuck.
Damn, this guy's getting a great shout out from Ethan Klein. W's.
Bro, you're ugly as shit. You look like a rapist, bro. I'm tired of all these coward Americans in the South trying to act like they're so tough. Oh, I'm American. Oh, you don't even run your own country. You don't run your own country, bro.
This guy's the music's so loud.
You don't run your own country. A foreign country named Israel runs your country. Oh my...
What a fucking loser.
Oh my God, bro, I love you, Hasan. Can I give you a hug, bro?
I'm so sweaty, bro.
I love you, bro.
I'm so sweaty.
I love you, bro.
I wonder if this guy likes Hasan.
I have to interview you. You're my hero, bro. I love you, bro. You're the coolest guy in the world, bro.
Wow, imagine like you spending like your whole life guzzling the cum of another streamer just for you to meet them and then hate you. That's an amazing existence, in my opinion.
Hold on, I think I look gay in that one. Hold on.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Hold on, I think I look gay.
Wow, he looks so happy.
Okay.
It's a funny thing about me. I don't like terrorism. And I don't
so based, Ethan.
like terrorists. If they're Jews, Christians, Muslims, they're all bad. What is terrorism?
True.
It's intentionally targeting civilian population for political goals.
I'm not going to fact check if that's actually the name of what terrorism is. It sounds right, though. Okay, guys, don't worry.
I don't like it. None of it. And over time, I started to learn that my co-host...
He was a terrorist. He interviews terrorists. He downplays their terrorisms. So
He really likes terrorists.
They do musicals. They're very...
Hey, even terrorists have pretty good music. Am I right, guys? R. Kelly, he pissed on some little children. but at least his music was pretty good. Same thing with terrorists. Same thing. So Hasan's just bopping to, I would say, pretty good music from terrorists. But it's the same as me bopping to R. Kelly, talking about, you know, all that. The good thing is that all of R. Kelly's money, I think, goes to the victims of the PP victims. So there's you can listen to R. Kelly without feeling guilty, guys.
Very musical people.
Are you being serious?
Dog, what do you look? You think I made this?
Isn't mute.
I mean, it is pretty cool. They do use bullets as part of their as one of their instruments. It's pretty interesting.
I know they're singing, but I'm seeing just guns and shoot. This isn't a music video, Hasan.
Taking over these ships, they started.
Whoa!
Like they started targeting the ships.
People on this helicopter right now.
Yes,
they're streaming this.
Yeah, they're flexing.
What?
See, this is what cops need to do. They need to start streaming every time they're doing stuff. That'd be so cool, man. That'd be cool. Then we could all vote to whether they should commit crimes or not, you know? $100? $100 for you to do something racist. To a cop, it's not really racist, though. It's just everyday work, you know?
And they're coming in hot with guns.
Yeah, but you have to understand, this is a deterrence. We think the Houthis, Ansar Allah, is...
so now he's pro-gun in America.
Doing what Luffy would do. You should tell him that.
Yes.
Hezbollah.
What Luffy would do is he would engage in an extraordinarily unnecessary amount of filler that makes the show unwatchable. That's what Luffy would do.
Is a paramilitary organization.
Do we like them or no?
I don't have an issue with them. Let's just say,
so
but they are a
based.
terrorist organization. Like they're
That's
designated.
so
They are designated by the American state as a terrorist organization.
I do
That's
not like
based,
them.
Well,
he is regarded as a pretty brilliant.
Well, which terrorists are they? Are they Western or non-Western terrorists? That's the question. If they're non-Western terrorists, it's okay to love them, guys. That's the Hasan mentality.
A person in terms of like everything that he's done.
Then I saw clips like this where Hasan is explaining how he's hiding his power level.
His power level? Oh my God.
To funnel.
Is he a dirty monkey? That's a Frieza joke, guys. Okay? He's not. Okay? All right? Yeah, I mean, there's just a massive anti-American sentiment among far left and far righters. Like, it's actually bizarre. The horseshoe theory is real. It is real? Oh my God, it's all connecting. Right? If you're far right, you guzzle Russia's cum. If you're far left, you guzzle China's cum. Hasan guzzles both of them. He's two-handed taking it, swallowing them without any issues whatsoever. The viscosity, not an issue for Hasan. He knows how to eat that viscosity. He's a big flan enjoyer, okay? He's good at it. Good stuff. Incredible stuff, really. You think about it.
In normies into radicalization.
I think that in the short term, in order to combat against that, you have to advocate for a much lighter form of propaganda. You want America.
Let me get a propaganda at those tits. Am I right, guys?
In the way that I feel about it, and if you want America to get out of the way for places with more revolutionary potential to do what they would normally do, I think that, you know, one thing you have to do is advocate for a lighter form while simultaneously still doing agitated propaganda that goes beyond,
right,
social democratic ideas.
I just wanted to...
Wow, he's so fucking boring to listen to. It's actually awesome.
Like, put emphasis on the exact point of the so-called radicalization funnel where, for example, Hasan and JT catch them while they're young, as they say, and then they start looking into this new idea, etc., and then move forwards through the funnel, get more and more informed, get more and more radicalized. You do your part in the funnel for the cause, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. You're doing...
Is this unironically Hasan and his friends talking about grooming kids into being anti-Western? What the fuck's happening right now?
In my modest opinion, a great thing for the cause.
Now listen to Hasan during our very first...
Wow, that was really interesting. Incredible stuff, but not really incredible.
Conversation. Lie to me about how he's a social democrat to hide his power level.
We should move towards a Sweden-style economy or a Norway-style economy, which would be a social democracy.
Yeah, I agree with that, by the way. That'd be pretty cool, man. I'm down with that. I'm down with the swirl. That's not what that means, but I'm still down with it.
You have to advocate for a much lighter form of propaganda with robust social safety nets.
Called radicalization funnel, catch them while they're young, as they say.
and protections for workers.
Dude, I didn't. This is round 2 of things I didn't even know about Hasan. I didn't realize that he like had openly talked about this, about how he pretends to advocate for something reasonable and realistic. But in reality, he's just literally also sitting there talking about how we need to groom kids into being communisms, which with his friends on a podcast. Why admit this? This is so strange. This is actually so strange.
Like higher unionization rates.
A lighter form, while simultaneously still doing agitated propaganda that goes beyond social democratic ideas.
Wow.
Hell, he's proclaimed it loudly that he is a self-described propagandist.
I'm a propagandist.
Well, no.
For the record.
I'm not.
For the record, true.
I'm a propagandist.
I'm just saying. I'm going to play you.
I'm saying I am.
Okay. Well, then I want to.
I'm saying I am.
I just
before
want to
you even play it.
A propagandist is much more than someone with a bias.
Yeah, a propagandist is somebody who's willing to lie for their cause, which means Hasan is admitting to lying for his cause. Like, yeah, of course. People, you gotta keep that in mind, fellas.
It's someone who knowingly lies to further their political agenda.
And then I had a terrifying vision. Had I been duped? Was Hasan presenting a Trojan horse to my community? Where
I wonder if, I feel like, because I feel like when it comes to Ethan, the reason why he was willing to be so charitable to Hasan is because, like everybody, we've all made mistakes in the past. And he probably brushed off a lot of like the controversy Hasan was in to just like stupid jokes. And people just weren't being charitable enough to him. And then we got here to the most destructive anti-Hasan piece I've ever seen in my life. And it's fucking hilarious.
he was just a left-leaning Democrat like myself, and as he said in the previous video, was funneling them into radicalization and turning them against me.
Liberals are some of the easiest to manipulate people on the fucking planet, dude.
I learned
base, dude. Yeah, liberals are dumb.
How much he hates liberals.
Dude, I hate liberals, dude.
I
do. I hate them. I hate them so viciously.
Did he secretly despise me this whole time?
I'm sorry, dude. I hate liberals so much.
What is a liberal according to Hasan? I'm not really understanding. How complicated do we have to get with all these different categorizations of people?
This man sit next to me for 2 years and pretend to be my friend?
Dude, liberals are a burden on this planet, dude.
No.
Liberals are the most scummy, vile, fucking idiots. Liberals are incredibly stupid. I hate these
so stupid, baby.
Petulant liberals, dumb fucking liberals.
What else is someone?
Was that Bryan Cranston?
I hate these petulant liberals, dumb.
Oh my god, dude! This is Hasan criticizing Bryan Cranston. I don't even. If you're not sold that Hasan is a stinky little penor at this point, a smelly little, a stupid little bad guy, a mean little guy, a rude guy over here, I don't even know what else could. He's criticizing Bryan Cranston, Malcolm in the Middle dad, Heisenberg. This guy literally got cancer, and if he was in Canada, there would be no Breaking Bad. Let's be real here.
Fucking liberals.
What else is someone this sociopathic
I'm done with the song.
capable?
That was too far for me.
Liberals are some of the easiest to manipulate people on the fucking planet.
Was I being manipulated this whole time?
That was my fear anyway. Regardless of his true beliefs, that broke my trust in him, and I pretty much ended the show immediately. And
yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Your own friend wouldn't fucking be a nice guy, like censor his community from calling you terrible things. So
I felt guilty for my participation in mainstreaming Hasan. And for that, I apologize. I should have done more research, and I should have looked more deeply into who I was getting in bed with before they gave me chlamydia. So
it's okay, Ethan. We get lots of good content out of it, so it's all good.
All right, Hila. Over the past year since the show ended, I continue to watch Hasan platform.
What's the game in the background now?
Promote and propagandize terrorist organizations. And every time it happened on Twitch, I would say, man, this time surely he went too far and someone's got to do something.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think Twitch loves Hasan. They make money off him.
But as the time went on, nothing happened, and his views got more and more radical and more disturbing. I feel it's my obligation, after mainstreaming someone like Hasan, to take this on. And so it was war. Nuclear war.
I stand before you following the footsteps
of intellectual giants.
One thing we've
as
been hearing
nothing
for weeks.
but a simple man.
Now,
A simple man who understands
Joe
right
Rogan.
from wrong.
Yeah. You're an important, influential voice to a lot of people.
I'm an idiot, I'm a dumb bimbo, I don't know what I'm talking about.
And there are some things
I've gotten numb to criticism like this.
Bro, it's crazy that Ethan's just sitting here watching everything Hasan's done after the fact, and he's like, I'm gonna fucking destroy this guy. This is so funny.
As a matter of fact, I seek it out now because I make content out of it.
I make content out of it. Country boy, I love you. That's Hasan. In a nutshell, that's kind of how Hasan acts. So, country boy, I love you. Hasan. I love the vocal fry, guys.
It's funny.
Country boy.
And there are baby settlers as well.
Can you just shut the fuck up, bloodthirsty, violent It happens out of nowhere.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen.
Oh my lord. Wow. Incredible.
Thank you to ExpressVPN for sponsoring this video.
Okay. Hey, ExpressVPN. If you're a Hasan fan and you want to watch Ethan's video, do the VPN. This way, other Hasan fans that are rabid dogs won't try to ruin your entire life by doxing you.
ExpressVPN's an app that lets you change your location. Let's see what you can do.
Hey, do you live anywhere in, the Middle East and hate Hasan because he actually doesn't care about you? Well, you can watch it through a VPN so that it looks like you're from America. So this way, he can't track you down and destroy you.
With this power, well, you can sign up for Netflix from a different country, but why would you want to do that? It was $14. It's now $3.66.
No, it's okay. I'll stick to my American Netflix.
Okay, but it even gets better than that. Netflix and all the streaming apps have different...
That seems illegal. What?
Different catalogs for each region. So let's say, for example, I want to watch some Dragon Ball Z Broly, but it's not available in the USA.
Yeah, but why would you want to watch the Broly movies? The classic Dragon Ball Z Broly movies, specifically the second and third one, are fucking terrible. So you don't need to watch those.
Psych! All you need to do is...
They're actually bad. What was it? Bio Broly? Terrible movie.
Switch locations to Canada, refresh, and boom! That
Whoa,
easy and fast
boom.
Dragon Ball Z time. I use these websites to help find whatever shows I'm looking for. You can type in the show you want and it will show you which region to connect to. The amount of content I have access to is insane. It's super easy to use. It's an app you connect to.
Easy.
And then you pick which country you want to connect to. It's
That's
that easy.
cool.
So what are you waiting for? Go to
ExpressVPN. Hates Hasan. Based?
To expressvpn.com/H3H3 for 4 free months. Or scan the QR code or go to the link in the description. Thank you so much to ExpressVPN.
Dude, he said Dragon Ball Z Broly. Did he not? He didn't say Dragon Ball Super Broly. Okay? So shut the fuck up. All right? I love you guys, but that's what I fucking heard. That's number one. Number two, Dragon Ball Super sucks. Frankly, cool concept. It just got so cringe. They needed to tone it down with the infinite scaling. You have Dragon Ball Z God, Super Saiyan God, and then Blue, and then go fuck yourself. How the fuck do you transcend God? One episode. Oh, I'm a Dragon Ball Z God guy. Hey, Super Saiyan God. Boom. Instantly to Blue. It's insane.
And now, back to our program. Meanwhile, at Twitch HQ, the marketing team is strategizing on a new advertising vertical.
My friends at Twitch headquarters, the executives, the influencers, Hasan, nice to see you, Frogan, front row.
I don't get Frogan. I mean, I understand Hasan in the front row. He makes him a lot of money, but Frogan is so boring, unfunny, very thumbly. Reminds me of Thumbelina, if it was actually about thumbs. I don't understand the pull, frankly. I mean, it's a Hasan mod. That's their entire life. Incredible.
I am here to present to you an extraordinarily exciting opportunity. We have not tapped this market yet. Now, don't panic, okay? Because you're going to want to panic when I tell you, but...
You could tap my market anytime, Ethan.
Listen and learn. Who's billions of dollars eager to spend it? And what, people are too cowardly to reach out and take the money?
Not us.
Terrorism. Terrorism. Twitch is perfect. You could broadcast it straight into the veins of 18 to 35-year-old men. So here's what I'm suggesting.
Hasan Piker. Yeah, we'll get drinks after the show. No, you. He's such a great guy. No, you. Give it up for Hasan Piker, everybody. Happy birthday, buddy.
I like this. Is funny.
This dude can package anti-Semitism and anti-Americanism like nobody else. In fact, you guys got him on the front page. And he's doing terrorism for free. Basically, gentlemen and gentle ladies, Frogan, you look good today, girl.
Babe?
Girl, you look good. Great job on that Arab tier list. That was good. How much we get for that? Yo, you got 10 million from Qatar for that? That's what I'm talking about.
From Qatar, as I said?
Talking about Twitch! Here's the thing, with help from people like Hasan, terrorism is like in the eyes of the beholder, right? They're not
So true, King.
terrorists, they're... Go ahead. Go ahead. He knows. Freedom fighters, guys. We are fighting for freedom. What about the rapes and the murders? Don't mention that.
True. Why would you want to?
What's wrong with you? And another one. The resistance isn't
not
perfect. Right? You gotta crack some eggs, man. Hasan, you know socialism didn't buy you that car.
Guys, he lives on like a basic bare bones budget. I don't know why everybody criticizes Hasan. He lives on a basic bare bones budget.
If I knew that this is what communism would be in 2024.
I'm just gonna be real with you. This guy looks like Ethan Klein. Whatever the fuck. Was that Stalin? He looks a little bit like Ethan, no?
I wouldn't have bothered with this shit. Really. A Porsche is the symbol of the capitalist excess. What the fuck is he thinking? You guys actually believe this idiot is a socialist? Forget a religion. Hasan is the opiate of the masses. Straight to the gulag for anyone subbed to this idiot.
Based? What? This, I swear to God. I think that's supposed to look like you. That's a deep fake of Ethan. That's an Ethan Klein deep fake with Hasan's voice. It said Ethan Klein deep fake with Hasan deep fake. Okay, incredible.
Or that designer dog.
This breed's stunning fluffy coat comes with a price. Chow Chows shed all year.
Very cute, by the way, but those are expensive. The point is, we have the biggest political streamer on our platform that is influencing media and influencing young kids everywhere. If we can normalize terrorism, if we could rebrand it, then fuck the U.S. Navy. You know how much?
Gotta figure out how to make money on this shit, you know?
Those guys don't pay shit. You see the army ads on Twitch? The army is fucking broke, dude. I'll tell you who loves
the army puts ads on Twitch. That makes sense because people who watch Twitch, people who watch YouTube, incredible people, the best people. People who watch Twitch, definitely susceptible. Probably don't have real jobs, so they're like, I guess I'll join the army. Because nobody joins the army because they enjoy the army. Nobody's like, wow, I really want to be part of the United States military. They go, I wish maybe someone could pay for my college. That's it.
America more than the army. Qatar. Well, I don't know if love's the right word, but they're paying more. Good CPMs coming out of Qatar. But you kids love anime, right? Can't get enough of it. Man, look at what we've already done with Hasan. You're the fucking man, dude. Happy birthday again, man. No, we got a big party for you after. No, don't do it. Let's wait, because we got a big party and a cake and everything for you after in the back. The prostitutes, too. Don't tell anyone. That's part of the past. Look what we've done already. This Houthi pirate. I mean, who are you kidding? This guy's a fucking terrorist. He literally tweeting out he wants to kill Jews and put their heads on pikes. And somehow...
Hasan Pikes. Do you get that really clever joke?
Not somehow, because of his genius. We have rebranded the Houthi fucking pirates, the Houthi terrorist organization. Yeah, the Islamic fundamentalists. Death to America. Curse upon the Jews. That's right. That's the Jolly Roger of this man here. None other than Monkey D. Luffy. So let's get out there, guys. And let's make 2025 our biggest year, guys. Come on, guys. The resistance isn't perfect. The resistance isn't perfect. Yeah, let's get them. If you want to know where
this is preposterous.
Where on the political spectrum Hasan sits, take a look at a recent media analysis by Ad Fonte, which rated Hasan as the most extreme left-wing, untrustworthy media source on the internet.
Yeah, I mean, that makes perfect sense.
To give you an idea, he is opposite of InfoWars. Now, I'm not...
Yeah, I mean, I believe that. Again, he's InfoWars, probably, guzzles Russian cum, and so Hasan guzzles Chinese cum. So it makes sense to me.
I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Hasan loves all terrorists, but what I will
As long as they're anti-Western terrorists, he definitely does.
say is that there isn't many he don't like. Let's start with our good friend Luffy here and his organization, the Houthis.
And yes, this is what it
Monkey Day Houthi? What the fuck, dude? That's crazy.
looks like. They are hiling Hitler.
The Houthis are an Islamic military group. They're known for their
that hate Jews, obviously.
cruel measures, forcibly recruiting child
They did the Elon Musk, guys. They did the Elon Musk on that one.
soldiers, shelling civilian areas and blocking food from entering already famine-ruined parts of Yemen. They've also set up landmines in agricultural spots, making the fields virtually worthless. Women have virtually no rights, and homosexuality, of course, is punishable by death. That lines up with leftist values. Now, just how little rights?
Well, Hasan said it's okay to attack people if they have a regressive culture. So, I mean, by his logic.
Do women in the Houthis Yemen have? Well, according to this, there's been 1,181 violations committed by Houthi rebels against women, including torture, rape, and murder. So, not great. The Houthis have...
Hey, as Hasan says, the resistance oh, wow, I can't even talk. The resistance isn't perfect, guys, obviously, okay?
a very wholesome flag, as you can see here. It says, translated, Allah Akbar, death to America, death to Israel, and a curse upon the Jews. And that's all of them, not just the ones in Israel. And of course, victory to Islam. I get amused when these terrorists are like, we hate Jews. We want to kill Jews. And then people like Hasan are like, you're fucking racist for saying that they just want to kill Jews and that they're terrorists, man.
What you meant to say is Hezbollah is Muslim.
You're not
But Hasan doesn't care about Muslims, right? We already know that, so.
thinking deep enough about this topic.
My criticisms of the Houthis' slogan do not factor in to what they are doing. Of course, it is anti-Semitic, but contextualizing it matters. Yeah, it's really interesting because, like,
so interesting,
that is such Western-focused propaganda.
There
like,
it is,
for
baby.
a Palestinian to arrive at anti-Semitic opinions, okay? They don't need to read Mein Kampf.
Whoa.
Oh, I almost forgot the most fun one. They brought back slavery.
We think the Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing what Luffy would do.
That lines up with leftist values. All right, so these guys are clearly the bad guys. So my question is, how does Hasan cover such a genocidal, violent, misogynistic, homophobic, terroristic organization?
Oh, you want to see a Houthi musical?
Sure.
These were the people that the Saudis were killing, by the way. Just so you know, these fucking musically gifted individuals.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, I'm sorry, I need the money, guys.
I'm gonna grab my food.
It sounds like they said anime, guys. We have to love them.
I'm so confused. What is this?
This is my favorite terrorism bop, honestly. It's like Kids Bop, but a little bit better. I'd love to see a Kids Bop version of this one. It would be fucking awesome.
That's right, my friend. Hasan just played straight up terrorist propaganda without even being there to analyze it. Surely this must be against terms of service. Twitch does not allow content that depicts, glorifies, encourages, or supports terrorism or violent extremist actors.
Yeah, but it's Hasan, dude. It's funny because this is actually Twitch's biggest example of like favoritism. He's literally doing things that should get him permanently banned off the platform, but they won't do anything about it because he makes them too much money.
For example, displaying or linking terrorist or extremist propaganda, even for the purpose of denouncing such content. Denouncing? Okay, but what's the rule for endorsing it? Is that okay? The answer is yes, as Hasan was never punished for this blatant violation of Twitch community guidelines. Got it. So denouncing terrorism is bad. Don't do that. And
I wonder how much this is going to fuck Twitch over. This video Ethan's dropping, because the first time Ethan started calling this out, they lost went through like the mini adpocalypse. So what happens next? How bad does it get next? Has it already started? This video has 1 million views in a day, almost as good as how many mine's gonna get. Almost, okay? Almost.
Endorsing terrorism is good. Okay, got it, Twitch.
This is a 3-minute video of...
Guys, by the way, this is a bad thing they're doing, but the music is good. But terrorism is really bad. All forms of terrorism, okay?
What do you mean a music video?
Even that scene, even the scene in Call of Duty. You know what I'm talking about.
Yo, when you said music video, I'm expecting like, bad example, Chris Brown dancing, you know?
No. They do like,
what is
they do
this?
musicals. They're very,
Chris Brown definitely hits.
very musical people.
Are you being serious?
Dog, what do you look? You think I made this?
Isn't music.
This is like really weird. Hasan is bringing his friends onto his stream and then showing them terrorist propaganda, and then he's like, "This is so cool, dude! It's so good," and they're just sitting there not really knowing what to do. And then he wonders why people don't like him. It's incredible.
I know they're singing, but I'm seeing just guns and shit. This isn't a music video, Hasan.
No, it is. They do musicals.
Guys, they use guns as part of their instrument. Stop.
It's about like their fucking their actions all the time.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. I've got this. Instead of terrorist propaganda, let's call it musicals.
They do musicals.
That's actually fair, because every musical I've went to feels like I'm being tortured beyond belief. Are you fucking kidding me? First of all, seats are uncomfortable. I don't know who they make that stuff for. Clearly not obese men. Uncomfortable seats. And then King Lear as a girl? What? The fuck is that? Call it Queen Lear. No, they didn't do that. You know, plus, I can't hear anything. It's outside. Didn't have the speakers on correctly. Like, what the hell is that? What the hell are you guys thinking? I think it was good, though. Everybody else seemed to like it. I don't like any plays. It's like fucking torture to me, though.
Instead of violent jihadists, let's call them musically talented people.
They're very musical people.
Are you being serious?
Guys, let's just use our brains. Fiddler on the Roof, Wicked, Alexander Hamilton, man. There's no reason we can't put these Houthis on Broadway.
Well, they go, listen.
So true, dude.
You want to fucking bring a ship through here? We're going to take it. So that's exactly what the Houthis start doing. They start fucking sending.
What is this, like bedtime stories with Hasan here? So they're going to take the ship. And you know what they said? We're not going to let that happen. Incredible.
In helicopters onto fucking ships. Bro. They fucking look at this. They got the Palestinian flag that they painted under the helicopter with the Yemen flag.
So cool.
They fucking overtake. They start overtaking the ships.
Whoa!
And they're like, "Guess what, dog? No more trade to Israel."
Guess what, dog? Yours died. That's the guess what, Hasan. Your dog's fucking dead. All right, and you want to know why? It fucking killed itself because you're such a bad owner. You're just such an annoying fuck, and so the dog killed itself to get away from you. That's what happened. I'm telling you the truth. I was friends with his dog. We were dogs. We were actually dogs, if you guys could believe it. It's true. It's a real story, guys. Okay? We used to hang out at the chow station together. The dog chow station. Obviously, Hasan was neglectful of his dogs, by the way. Just to be clear, that's part of the story. The dog would run away, and just to get away and like hang out, we would just shoot the shit for a little bit. Also eat each other's shit because we're that's what dogs do. You know, I'm one to embrace other cultures, so of course I had to engage in the butt sniffing and shit eating. How old was the dog? Times it by 7. So don't worry about it, okay?
If you are sending ships into Israel, if you are owned by an Israeli subsidiary, if you're owned by an Israeli corporation, we're going to take over your ship. You cannot fucking use this trade route anymore.
Oh,
guess what,
Jesus.
bitch? It's our fucking territorial boundary, and we're going to enforce this
until like a week later when the United States decides to fuck your shit up. It's like crazy. You guys are weird. You're cosplaying like tough guys. Okay? I don't have to cosplay. I live in the United States. Okay? I get overtaxed, under healthcared, but we have a massive military. So at least we have something to brag about.
You stop doing genocide in Gaza.
So let's review his claims. His first claim is that the boat is headed for Israel. It's not. It's going from Turkey to India. The next claim is that it's owned by an Israeli company. It's not. It's being chartered by a Japanese company, and the boat's owners are registered in the Isle of Man. I'd like to remind
Of Nan, like the bread, or man, like the men?
everybody that the crew that's kidnapped in this video has been missing for over a year now with zero updates on their health, whereabouts, or anything. That
Yeah, but I'm sure these terrorists provide really excellent healthcare.
lines up with leftist values. Hasan's third claim is that this attack happened in their territorial waters, which is also a lie. It happened in international waters. Hasan is lying for the Houthis like he's being paid. And honestly, at this point, is he?
No, I think that's the thing. Hasan is so fucking stupid. He doesn't even get paid by to spill out all this propaganda. By the way, this is count number 3 of things I didn't even know about Hasan and how bad he was, which is fucking hilarious.
I'm a propagandist.
Well, no.
For the record,
I'm a
I'm not calling
propagandist.
it out.
propagandist.
I'm a
hostile. They're streaming this?
Yeah.
I'm a
They're flexing.
propagandist.
What? And they're coming in hot with guns.
Yeah, but you have to understand.
Yeah,
this
but you
is a
understand.
deterrent.
You have to understand. The guns are just instruments. These people are for terrorists. Guns are instruments. They shoot them off in their music videos. They're just instruments. They're not actually weapons. Okay, they're very talented people. Oh, that's a gun. I hear a drum. Oh, that's a gun. I hear a flute. What? It depends on how you shoot the gun. If you shoot at the dirt, it's got more of a low baritone. Boo, 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 boo. Right? You shoot at the sky, sounds like a bird clucking. It's like a chicken clucks, but you shoot it at a piece of metal, like a chime. Ding, 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 ding. It's incredible. That's beautiful stuff. If you shoot at a person, well, let me tell you something, guys. The resistance isn't going to be perfect. Sometimes shooting people and rape's just going to happen. No one's perfect, okay? It's not incredible. I have to make sure you guys know that's a joke, because I don't need YouTube taking my video down or anything, okay?
Israeli society is going to start getting upset. They're going to be like, I can't get my treats. I can't get my Amazon Prime deliveries. What the
Oh, no, I can't get my Amazon Prime deliveries. You don't think Amazon Prime has a factory in there?
fuck is going on? I hate this. Israel sucks. I'm leaving Israel. That's the
The resistance isn't perfect, guys.
goal.
I find it disturbing that Hasan thinks that a slowdown of imports is going to cause Jews to flee Israel. 80% of Israelis were born there and do not have citizenship anywhere else. So where do you want them to go, Hasan? Back
They can come to my house. I'm down with it. I'll hang out with some Israeli refugees. I'm fucking chill with it.
to Poland or back to the Arab countries they were forced out of?
Israel sucks.
No, but dude, you don't understand. I watch this on all the time, and when he told me that they love the Jews in every Islamic country. They just left there for no reason. That's it. They uprooted themselves from their own home to go live in Israel for no reason, and all of them want to go back. But Israel won't let them do that because that's the literal excuse that they gave me. It's incredible.
I'm leaving Israel. That's the goal.
By telling the Jews of Israel to go back where they came from, Hasan attempts to deny Jewish heritage in the Middle East. It characterizes them not as indigenous, but as white colonizers. This is despite the fact that
That's funny because you know who else considers? Well, no, sorry, no. I thought I had a point there, but I don't. Far right wingers think Jews aren't white, so I kind of got confused for a second. That was a miss on my part, but it's okay, guys. I'm gonna cut it out, and then we're back.
60% of Jews in Israel are actually native to the Middle East.
This is wild.
So these guys did all of this, right? They did all of this.
Is that their helicopter?
Yeah.
That looks like a legit helicopter.
It is a legit helicopter.
Cool. Okay.
This is wild.
So they take it over. They take it over. They take it over.
Why the fuck are they watching this? This is actually disgusting.
And they tell the people in the ship, usually like mostly Filipino people, Filipino crews.
Oh.
And they're like, all right, we got no problems with you, but you're coming with us. We're taking.
Oh, is that the translator? Hasan is the whitest motherfucker ever. He doesn't speak any other language except for American and money. American is a language now. He doesn't even know what they're saying. He's just deciding, like, yeah, guys, we come in pies. Hey, guys, we're the terrorists, but we come in pies. We're just here to have some fun. We're going to treat you real well. We're just hanging out. I'm sure that's exactly what they're saying, Hasan. You're so right, King.
Over the ship.
What an incredible way to characterize having a gun in your face.
Yeah,
Hasan
true.
is asking us not to believe our own eyes as we watch terrorists hostily kidnapped the crew.
We got no problems with you, you know, but you're coming with us.
You're coming with us. We're all going to jerk off together, guys. We're all going to come at the same time. It's incredible.
We're taking over the ship.
And once again, the crew is still MIA for over a year. Prisoners to a terrorist
Hey, guys, the resistance is not always perfect, okay?
Organization. But don't worry, guys. Hasan says they have no problem with them.
They're like, all right, well, you know, we got no problems with you, you know, but you're coming with us.
This is a 3-minute video of, what do you mean music video? When you said music video, I'm expecting like, oh, are you being serious? I know they're singing, but I'm seeing just guns and shit. This isn't a music video, Hasan.
This sounds like the old Vikings ride at Epcot, back before they changed it to a Frozen Ever After ride. That's literally what the background music sounds like. Rest in peace to that ride, by the way. Bro, I honestly, I love how many Jewish transitions there are in this video. Whether it's Curb Your Enthusiasm music or Seinfeld stuff. It's I know it's intentional. I know it's intentional from Ethan, which makes it funnier.
I bet Hasan's friend really appreciated being fed terrorist propaganda on camera. Let's see what he had to say.
Because hell, even a couple days ago, I was hanging out with my buddy Hasan, and this guy unironically put a terrorist propaganda music video on and then left the room.
Left the room?
Yeah, and I was just like, and the thing is like...
What do you mean, right the room?
In hindsight, it's hilarious, you know?
Not really, but I get what he's saying.
But at the same time, I'm like, what is going on?
I find it so interesting, like why Hasan's like, oh, I struggle to make any friends and anybody wants to like associate with me or anything. And then he fucks over Ethan, his only friend that put him back on the charts. And then he plays terrorist propaganda for everybody that comes into his vicinity.
Going on here? This is wild to me. Yeah. But like, I just, and like, he was like, yo, they're such great dancers. Look how good.
My God.
I was like, okay.
Hey, you know why they're such great dancers? They shoot guns at their feet so that they have to dance. Okay? I don't know. But the guns are instruments, guys. And also the resistance isn't perfect.
Wait, is that how it works? If you watch like a politics TikTok, you get recommended Hasan right after? Is that how it works? Bro, he's all over this page.
Yeah, I am playing Season of Discovery right now. Wild Growth Alliance.
That's crazy.
Oh, incredible.
Click it. Dude, Hasan be saying some wild stuff, man. So I don't know if we can.
Here's another incident.
So true, dude. Hey, listen, maybe we really do need to ban TikTok. I mean, if they're promoting Hasan that much. I mean, like, listen, here's the thing. We already know that Hasan loves China. He's very pro-Palestine. He's not. He doesn't care about Muslims. We just watched him talk about how it's totally fine and totally okay for China to put them into re-education camps, which, by the way, they're just genociding Uyghur Muslims in China. Hasan said it's over now, though. It's just a terrorist spot, blah, blah, blah. Who's to say China's not going to artificially signal boost Hasan downplaying literal genocide of Muslim people to try to make them actually look good? I mean, maybe they need to ban or force sell TikTok. You know, Hasan is an actual self-admitted propagandist who doesn't care about anybody except for hating the West. Okay, he doesn't like Muslims. He runs defense for them getting genocided by Chinese people. He runs defense for Russia genociding Ukrainian people. He's just an anti-West, anti-American propaganda machine. So you know what? Maybe they do need to ban TikTok. Let's just be real, dude. Let's just be real. Okay? Let's just be real, guys. Okay? Hey, let's be real. Israel.
Incident of Hasan enjoying some Houthi propaganda.
Oh my God. This reminds me of every single Army commercial, U.S. Army commercial. Why is he watching this for fun? And he's still drinking that goddamn Diet Coke.
How can they not agree with the Houthis when this is the kind of
music video that they're coming out with.
Well, that doesn't seem like a music video. It seems like a hey, join the army now video. But it does go hard, right? Just like they do the same thing in America, try to make it seem badass and cool. And then it sucks and it's cringe when you get there. Also, you guys notice that they sell a lot of like U.S. Army, like official U.S. Army merchandise inside of, basically poverty stores, like dollar stores and Five Below, like action figures. I'm not even kidding. It's like they're trying to get little kids to join the army early. And then they also make it hard to live or very expensive to go to school. Which, what does that make you do? I guess I'll go join the army so I can go to get a degree in a school degree. America's a little fucked. I'm just gonna be honest with you. We're not beyond the ability to change, brothers and sisters, but we're a little fucked, a little bit.
They got a beautiful voice too.
Beautiful voice too.
Yeah, Israel been real quiet since this drop, dude. The
Oh shit,
Hasan,
dude!
my sweet naive friend. You say that Jews don't sing and dance like that? Then what the fuck do you call this? That's right, bitch. What the fuck you stepping on our shit?
Guys, I don't know if you know this. This is the actual YMCA. I don't know if you know what YMCA, the American YMCA, Young Men's Christian Association. I don't know. This YMCA, Yarmulke Men. Cool as fuck. It's incredible stuff. I love Jewish people.
Yeah,
this like unironically sounds like this could be. This is like a Jewish. It sounds like a Jewish Castlevania song. It's like we're listening to Bloody Tears, Jewish style.
Israel been real quiet since this drop, dude. The fucking mixtape.
This actually is pretty hard. Dude, this is anime music. This is Jewish anime music. What the fuck is happening right now?
You got a beautiful voice too.
Oh, let's clip this.
Israel been real quiet since this drop, dude.
I'm getting so chubbed up, right? August, don't clip that part. That's just it sounds bad even in context. So don't clip that.
Israel been real quiet since this drop, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got.
You didn't get me, please.
Houthis been real quiet since this drop, dude.
That was a beautiful thing that I just heard.
Now we come to our sweet, beautiful, cute little TikTok twink. This
All right. Oh, it's him. Okay.
hairless young man is the fantasy of every tween and twix and all the boys and
What the hell's
girls
a
on
Twix?
TikTok. He's cute. He's got a mustache. He's a freedom fighter. Beautiful eyes. They call him Timothy Chalamet.
Yes.
Because he's a Houthi.
Bro, are we about to have a Houthi rebel on stream? Yes, brother. What do you mean? Excuse me.
What a smart guy. Hey, we're about to have a Houthi rebel. The resistance isn't perfect.
Of course I'm about to have a... I'm a journalist, okay? This is journalism. It's so weird. It's so weird. Motherfuckers want journalism, and when I'm trying to do journalism, they go, why are you doing that?
What? Dude, nobody has a problem with him talking unironically to like some kind of Houthi terrorist. It's the way he's talking to him. Instead of asking him like actual meaningful questions, like what was your life like? He's like, hey, do you like One Piece? It's like, wow, maybe that's why people are criticizing you. I mean, obviously that's why they're criticizing him. He knows that. He's just being a stupid fucking idiot.
Bro, you are going to get banned? I think it would be ridiculous to do that.
Hasan now has the opportunity to
It would be ridiculous if they banned me. That's Hasan Piker.
express his journalistic chops, to get his boots on the ground and show us just how good of a reporter he can be.
I'm doing journalism, chat. Does he know what One Piece is?
He's been watching it since he was a kid.
Nice. No
way. Sick.
That's
Yes.
sick.
Yes.
Well, he'd obviously have to watch it since he was a kid because there's so many fucking episodes of One Piece. There's way too many episodes of One Piece. There's too much filler. Anime is good except for all the filler, especially the boring filler. That makes it suck. I hate that they will take anime shows that are really good, like My Hero Academia, which was a fantastic anime, and then they get their grubby little mitts in it, and then they're like, hey guys, you know what we're going to do? We're going to add so much boring filler that it becomes unwatchable. First season, 10 episodes, perfect. After that, it just goes downhill. Oh, hey guys, we have 50 episodes this season. Why? Why does it have to take 3 episodes for a fight? That's not fun. It's not interesting. I don't like consuming things like that. It's boring as hell. It pisses me the fuck off. Watch One Piece. I should... Fuck. Why can't they just make it better?
We love you too, man. Big time. Yeah.
I love you. I love you so much.
We're big fans of the Yemeni music videos. You can tell them that. I want to ask him about the knife. The knives are sick. What's up with the knives? You know, the curved knives.
If one of those knives comes out in front of you, it's not going back until it has blood on it.
Oh,
that's so cool.
My bad. Well, I mean, I think it's cool though.
That's cool, dude.
That's so crazy.
Give me school shooter vibes here, buddy. It's crazy.
So they're just chilling with the captains? Like, I don't understand.
The crews on these ships, and they like win them over with their charm, and they make them hate America and the U.S. government.
No, dude. I'm sure the captives are just being, they're just like, yeah, you know what? I do hate America. That's a genuine perspective. I'm not terrified for my life at all right now.
I'm a journalist.
I'm a journalist.
This is journalism. It's so weird. It's so weird. Motherfuckers want journalism, and when I'm trying to do journalism, they go, why are you doing that?
It's interesting that his own chat disagrees with him in this instance.
What do you mean? I'm just chilling. We're just having we're just vibing. Yeah, we're just vibing.
We're just on a vib right now, dude.
Hasan uncritically interviewed this kid for about an hour. It was the most brazen display of disgusting terrorist propaganda that I have maybe ever.
I can't believe Ethan would call this terrorist propaganda. What do you know about terrorism, Ethan? Oh, wait. I'm just kidding.
Ever seen in Western media.
What has happened to, does he know what has happened to any of the crews? Like, I heard they...
Hasan
like Terry Crews?
Almost asked a good question, but it's actually leading to the most obscene part of this interview.
He's saying he hasn't spent much time with Chinese people, but one of the captain was Chinese, and he did caught with them, and he danced some music with them, and he was vibing. So he likes him. Yeah,
that's crazy.
So I mean, what? That's so crazy. So they're just chilling with the captains? Like, I don't understand.
Ask yourself, why is he able to hang out with the captain and the crew of this pirated ship? Why would he even have access to that? Hasan knows why. Of course, he is a Houthi terrorist.
Because he's a terrorist, yeah.
Instead of challenging him and demanding more details about these kidnapped and missing people, he just runs defense for this guy, acting like he doesn't know why that would even happen.
He's saying that they win over the crews on these ships, and they like win them over with their charm, and they make them hate America and the U.S. government.
That's so funny.
It is super funny.
That's so funny, guys.
Idea of kidnapped crew members who are being forced, probably at gunpoint, to do some death to Americas and maybe some curse upon the Jews. And frankly, the callous disregard for the well-being of the literal hostages is shocking, even for somebody that loves terrorists.
That's so funny. Is there a KFC there? They're everywhere. I don't think there's a KFC in Yemen, dog.
He says they have two.
Whoa, dude, of course.
Oh, they do have KFC in Yemen?
That's the hard-hitting question you really need to ask, guys. Is there a KFC there? For me, it is actually very necessary to know. This way I know what to avoid, because as we all know, KFC is mid, and Popeyes is better than KFC. KFC should close itself down, frankly, because Popeyes is better.
Crazy. Okay, that's sick.
Hey, me when I point a gun at hostages and make them dance for me, LOL, LOL, LOL. That's basically what we're talking about here, just to be clear.
Is there a KFC in Yemen? No way, dude! Holy fuck! There's a KFC in Yemen! He's just like us!
Does he Does he know what One Piece is?
What if he's been watching it since he was a kid?
No way!
Way!
Yeah.
That's sick. Yes. That's fire. That's so fire. Oh my God. We
Dude,
think
I'm actually jorking it right now so hard.
the Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing what Luffy would do. You should tell him that.
You guys all remember Luffy's flag, right? Now, I'm only halfway through that show, so maybe I just haven't come to it yet. But I do.
Oh. There's girls with big boobs in the show, so I'm not even gonna make a joke because it's just you guys get the gist of it at this point. You guys understand what I was gonna say. We don't need to. We don't, the joke is if I explain it, it's boring.
Do not remember Luffy's flag looking like this. Predictably, there was some blowback after this interview, and Hasan went immediately into damage control to rewrite history.
He said that he was just simply a Yemeni person and not a Houthi. Yeah, I mean, we don't even know if he's a Houthi or not. He's a teenager in Yemen. The dude is neither a Houthi, nor a terrorist, nor a pirate, is not a Houthi rebel.
Dude.
They didn't fucking call him a Houthi either.
He's not a Houthi,
You want to know why? Because he's not one.
a Houthi,
He's
dude.
not a Houthi himself. He's not a pirate. But,
is he, a Houthi someone else?
I don't think he's not a pirate. He has reiterated the position that he is not a Houthi. Trust me, bro, I'm not Houthi. Be for real. You sucked him off the entire stream. Not even a Houthi militant or anything like that. When I
he really did suck him off the whole stream too.
interviewed the dude who they still to this day call a Houthi terrorist. Tim Houthi's not even a fucking Houthi. I thought he wasn't a Houthi because he's not. No, he was just some fucking Yemeni TikToker. Random fucking Yemeni teenager. Didn't you brand it as him being a Houthi interview though? Bro, are we about to have a Houthi rebel on stream? Yes, brother. What do you mean?
Yes, brother.
All right, let's just take Hasan's word for it and assume, okay, this kid is not a Houthi rebel. He's just some ordinary Yemen teenager. Let's go ahead and take a look at his social media and see if that lines up.
All right, let's see here. Tel Aviv will burn in the coming hours. Ready?
Wow, I didn't know that they knew how to use AI.
Ready for sacrifice and eager for martyrdom. Maybe he's talking about football? Here he is singing a song with the words, "Do you threaten us with
North Americana football?
With what we are waiting for, son of a Jew?" The meaning of Houthi is a title, and it's not something to fear, but for the Jews. They are very afraid of this title. The execution we will carry out on all Zionists, with the lovely depiction of a man impaled.
Well, I love being spit roasted by two thick poles, you know what I'm saying?
Through his asshole and out of his mouth.
Wow.
With a pike. Or, how Hasan likes to say it, a pike for a cut. Okay, why would
a Hasan piker
retweet this article called "Houthis Use Social Media to Boost Global Prominence and Support"? Israel falls. Wait for the new operation in Tel Aviv. The Jaffa drone, which no Israeli defense can stop. The ships we bombed and sank. I know the red arrow is supposed to be a cool military Hamas thing. This is a butt plug.
Yeah, that is a butt plug. I know a butt plug when I feel it, see it.
Just saying. To every Zionist, I will put this into your stomach. And let me state...
Damn, he's really going to put that deep in my fucking ass, huh?
The obvious. Jew and Zionist is clearly interchangeable to this guy.
Yeah, he just wants Jews dead. He's a terrorist.
Okay, but hating Jews doesn't make you a Houthi. Are you a soldier? Yes.
Dude, maybe he just doesn't know what words mean.
That seems pretty definitive. You know what makes you a Houthi? Being a Houthi. At least one of the two of them is being honest about it.
No way!
Yeah.
That's sick. Yeah.
Is this a real picture?
Yes.
That's
fire. And that's so fire. Oh my God. We think the Houthis is doing what Luffy would do.
Okay. Damn, he really put a lot of effort into this. This is so funny.
They're tweeting an image of a Jewish person on a pike. I don't understand why this problem can't be approached with nuance. Because he is a teenager in Yemen, dude.
Talk about the big...
yes. But don't the terrorists in Yemen target teenagers and young people? Guys, you know what? The resistance is never perfect, okay? You guys, the resistance is never perfect.
A tree of low expectations. He's a kid.
That's so funny.
Kid in Yemen, dude. What do you expect? Of course he's going to want to put a pike through a Jew's asshole and through his mouth. That's just what kids in Yemen are like, man.
And also, what do you mean? It's just a person on a pike. There's no Jewish person on a pike on that photo, unless I saw something different.
Hasan.
I mean, he does look black, but Lenny Kravitz does exist, guys. Plus, he called that person a Zionist. Also, it wasn't really a Jewish person on a pike. It was, hey, we're going to do this to a Jew. That's what he had said. Just to be clear. That's bad, by the way. I just got to make sure you guys understand that. I don't support any of this. All right?
Claims this isn't even a Jewish person on the pike. How exactly is a naked, piked person supposed to look like a Jew for you, Hasan?
Maybe you got to put a fun little hat on his head. Put a fun little hat on his head.
You know what? You're right. Let me make it a little clearer for you. First, he needs a bigger nose.
Sorry, I need a second.
Right, Hasan? Of course, he needs a yarmulke, the curly things. Oh, look, Hasan. He dropped his dreidel. He must be Jewish for sure. Or, you could just read what he wrote, you dumbass, liar, terrorist-loving, propagandist piece of shit.
I'm so sorry. That was fucking too funny. That was... Jesus Christ. That's funny as fuck, dude. That was insane.
This is why this entire conversation is fucking idiotic.
It's fucking idiotic.
It's not a Jewish person. He said, I think if we're... Why am I held accountable for some random fucking 19-year-old in Yemen's tweets? What is happening?
Wow.
How many steps removed are we from this situation?
He's taking it real well here. He's taking it real well.
0? I mean, you platformed him. Do you not remember? Did the check not clear or something? When faced with fair criticism for his coverage of the Houthi Luffy, he has a total meltdown.
I fucking despise all of you, dude. I do. I really do. I hate all of you. You successfully got me to talk about this, and my patience is running thin on this matter. The endless selfishness.
I feel the same way when I struggle to explain myself as well, because I'm a fucking moron.
The untapped well of American selfishness and American individualism is in full display. How is this the conversation that you want to have right now?
One of the most cynical methods Hasan deploys to sidestep any criticism is to deflect to the ongoing genocide in Gaza. I've seen him do this so many times. He frames it like you are selfish for trying to criticize him, no matter what the reason is, because there's a genocide happening, man. How can you criticize me at a time like this?
Claiming that I am, too pro-Houthi. When someone is like, focusing on that while there's an active fucking ethnic cleansing
yes, that makes sense.
campaign happening. He also apparently thinks Twitch is liable for me interviewing a Yemeni teenager who's only known genocide his entire life. In the middle of fucking talking about fucking genocide in Gaza, and this dumb fuck. Blow your nose, brother. Love you. Not trying to be mean. Just keep some tissue nearby and clear it out occasionally when needed. Much love. Fuck you, dude. My argument sucks? You think it justifies genocide? What are you, stupid? Everything that can be tangentially turned into like Jewish people are under attack is a decent way to just like drive discourse away from open genocide in Gaza. If your sole focus when Israel is doing a complete genocide in Gaza, if your sole focus revolves around that people are saying you're a Zionist, yeah, go fucking yell at streamers for not covering sufficiently the ongoing active genocide in Gaza instead of coming in here and fucking chirping at me.
It's quite a charge to just say...
It's nice that he can basically just virtue signal and make it seem like everybody's wrong for not talking about everything exactly the way he's talking about it, how he feels you should talk about it. It's just so interesting. It's pretty based, actually.
I'm a stenographer of the Israeli government, or I'm a propagandist. I don't think there's any evidence I'm either of those things. I'm curious who you think I am doing the propaganda for.
While we're having this conversation, 3,000... Piers, while we're having this back and forth, 3,840 Palestinians have been ruthlessly slaughtered in the last incursion into Gaza. I feel like this is an incredibly selfish, self-centered conversation to have.
This technique is so powerful because everyone is afraid of being labeled as a genocide denier. Piers Morgan with
That's true. I don't want people to think that I'm a genocide denier. That's terrible.
Decades of experience immediately surrenders when the genocide card is pulled.
When you're just a fucking stenographer, you're not a truth teller.
He has every right to defend himself. And grow a pair, Piers. Stand up for yourself, man. It's time to stop being intimidated by these online overnight activists who couldn't even point to Gaza on a map before October 7th.
That's funny.
Like Hasan, for example.
Doesn't know where Yemen is? Okay, I'm gonna click close. I'm closing it. I'm closing it.
Oh my god.
I think Nope. Got it.
That's just so funny. I mean, that really just strengthens the argument that he doesn't care at all. That's fucking funny.
How can you claim to actually care about this genocide when you're...
Now, I can't point to it on a map either. But also, I mean, I never claimed to be anything other than an ignorant American. That means well, sometime.
willing to so cynically exploit it to sidestep any criticism. What a bigot. Before we move on, Hasan has one final taste of idiocy for us all to enjoy.
Now this kid is like, I think it was like 9.
Yeah, wait, it is insane that he clicked on Turkey. I didn't even think of that. Wait, hold on a second.
Click close. I'm closing it. I'm closing it. I think nope. Got it.
Did he click Turkey? I don't know anything about words.
Hasan has one final taste of idiocy for us all to enjoy.
Now this kid is like, I think he was like 19 at the time when I talked.
Me too, yeah.
Which means that for most of his life, he has withstood genocide, right? Like he is a person whose only experience is like, it's literally like talking to fucking...
Yeah, but your chat doesn't care. The only people that like him think he's kind of hot. That's pretty much it.
Anne Frank, basically. Okay, being able to talk to Anne Frank in real time.
To quote Anne Frank, I keep my ideals because in spite of everything...
Oh, he's clicked on a different country? Okay. I don't know anything about it. I just saw the word Turkey and I got hungry, okay?
I still believe that people are really good at heart. Anne Frank continues to inspire generations of people because in the face of a genocide that eventually took her and her entire family's life, except for her dad, she refused to give in to hate, malice, and violence.
And I knew all that. And that's the word. And it's just so terrible that happened.
And then there's this guy who would have killed Anne Frank if he ever met her.
Damn. I'll tell you something. That went fucking hard. That made me feel bad about myself and the whole world, listening to the way that Ethan portrayed that. Wow.
I think this is a sweet, innocent girl. Well, I'm happy to tell you guys we are working on a new edition just for you, Hasan. You should hear about the time she went roaming the streets of Berlin at night with a knife, slitting the throats of families, including children, babies, and the elderly. She's killed children, you guys. She even rapes people. She's just like Luffy. There is no other way to describe this than terrorist propaganda. Not only is he platforming terrorist propaganda, right, uncritically, he's participating in it. He's enhancing it. He is not just a conduit. He is an active participant who's disseminating it to more and more people in a way more consumable form. This is extremely fucked up. But why should he care? Their flag doesn't say death to fucking Turks. It says curse upon the Jews. Hasan likes to obfuscate on this and says nobody cares when Sean Penn interviewed El Chapo.
Sean Penn literally interviewed El Chapo. Exactly, dude.
Nobody is saying you can't have difficult conversations with controversial people. You just have to ask them hard questions.
Yeah, you can't do it in a way that runs defense for them being pieces of shit scumbags, right?
Guys, we know this. Now let's move on to everybody's favorite terrorist organization, our friends in the north. It's Hezbollah. Where do I even begin? Thousands of civilians have been killed globally from their terrorist acts, car bombs, and suicide attacks. They even assassinated the Lebanese prime minister. They've hijacked civilian airplanes. They've shot 15,000 rockets into civilian centers. And if you can imagine, that's not even the worst things they've done. They participated in the slaughter of over 500,000 Syrian civilians to help a dictator, Bashar Assad, stay in power. They indiscriminately bombed over civilian centers, and they killed hundreds of thousands of civilians in what can only be described as a genocide. They are a designated terrorist group by the U.S., by the
Yeah, but this is the thing, guys. The West doesn't like them, so they're obviously in the right.
EU, and, oh yeah, the entire Arab League, which gave them that status after their participation in the Syrian genocide. In short, nobody likes them. Well, there is one person.
Hezbollah is a paramilitary organization.
Do we like them or no?
They are a terrorist organization. Like they're designated. They are designated by the American state as a terrorist organization.
I do not like them then.
Well, like
you don't go that far that quick.
What you like?
I don't have an issue with them. Let's just say.
This is Hezbollah's leader, Hasan Nasrallah. According to Hasan Piker, this man is a brilliant freedom fighter. But before we get into that, let's see how he feels about Jewish people. Here are some choice quotes from Hezbollah's leader, Hasan Nasrallah. According to Shaul Shai, Hasan Nasrallah said in a speech delivered in Beirut, "What do the Jews want? They want security and money. Throughout history, the Jews have been Allah's most cowardly and avaricious creatures. If you look all over the world, you will find no one more miserly or greedy than they are."
I don't have an issue with them.
If we search the entire world for a person more cowardly, despicable, weak, and feeble in psyche, mind, ideology, and religion, we would not find anyone like the Jew. Note it.
It sounds like these guys really like Jewish people.
I do not say Israeli.
I don't have an issue with them.
If Jews all gathered in Israel, it will...
In Hasan's defense, he doesn't know any of this because he just knows that they are anti-West. That's it.
Save us the trouble of going after them worldwide. The history of Jews has proven that, regardless of the Zionist proposal, they are a people who are evil in their ideas. The state of the grandsons of apes and pigs, the Zionist Jew, the murderers of the prophet. The Jews invented the legend of the Nazi atrocities.
I don't have an issue with them.
I can't believe I'm calling Nasrallah base. I mean, listen. You have to remember something, okay? A lot of these dudes, you see them in their fucking fits, and you hear about, like, some of their attitudes about, like, gay people, for example, and you immediately fucking resort to Orientalist perspectives, not realizing that these motherfuckers...
I thought we weren't allowed to say Oriental anymore. So confused.
...are better read than you by a million. Okay? Like, it's not a broken clock situation. No, dude. Half of these dudes literally get educated in America and in the UK. What the fuck are you guys talking about?
The more you learn,
this is why it's Orientalist. To literally look at these dudes and go, oh no, they're fucking barbaric baboons, and like sometimes they get this shit right. No, dude, he knows.
What the hell?
It's crazy. He's read more books than you could ever imagine.
Knowledge.
And
books.
Also, ultimately, he is regarded as a pretty brilliant a person in terms of like everything that he's done. You might not agree with his methods. You might not agree with his attitude overall in terms of like his opinions on civil liberties and shit like that. But ultimately, this motherfucker has read a shit ton of books.
Knowledge.
Books. That's pretty much all I heard, guys, is books. Incredible. You like books? Name 5,000 of them. The Bible's one, I think. Is it a book? I love nonfiction.
I feel I've shown you guys enough evidence that Hezbollah is an evil terrorist organization.
No, I don't think so, Ethan. Because you forgot the biggest nuance of them all. They're anti-West. Okay, you gotta keep that. So, fuck you. Thank you for the 9-month small gut from I'm Not High. So he's saying if Hitler reads a lot, he's good. That sounds like something Hasan would say.
But have you considered this?
We know he's bad.
What you meant to say is Hezbollah is Muslim. Okay? That's what you meant to say. What you meant to say is they're Muslim.
I understand.
So, of course, as they're Muslim, it's different.
If you're wondering why Hasan's audience is so radicalized, it's because of stuff like this.
Israel, America's greatest ally, the most important.
I'm pretty sure America's greatest ally is omeprazole because it helps with your heartburn, and we eat like fucking dog shit. Let's be real.
Country in the world, the most moral nation, the most moral democracy on the planet, is ruthlessly and mercilessly bombing southern Lebanon, including southern Beirut.
What did Lebanon do?
They just kind of were there. They happen to be Israel's neighbor.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
Even as someone who's critical of Israel, this retelling is fucking insane.
They just kind of were there.
Hezbollah started launching rockets into Israel hours after the October 7th raid began. They launched 12,000 rockets, killed nearly 100 people, including 12 children, and displaced 250,000 Israelis from northern Israel. That's what caused them to respond.
What did Lebanon do?
Shit. Why did he ask that? What do I say? Do I tell him the real reason? No, my audience will kill me for being a Zionist. Okay, let's try this. They just kind of were there. Hell yeah. Another slick political saved by boots on the ground Hasan Piker. Damn, I'm good.
Even as a pro-Palestine
this fucking AI is so funny.
activist, how does lying about this serve your agenda? All it does is further radicalize people. It removes any nuance, and it avoids any criticism for his team. And this is what continues to drive this conflict on forever. Hasan is dedicated to pleasing his radical audience, even at the price of knowingly lying to them for TikTok and Twitter likes.
I'm a propagandist.
Or he's being paid, which, you know, we can't rule out. What a pathetic propagandist piece of shit liar he is.
And now, let's move to Hamas, the catalyst for this entire thing. They're the ones that committed this horrible act of terrorism, one of the worst the world has ever seen, on October 7th. They are without a doubt the most extreme of all of these terrorist organizations. They are Islamic jihadists that want to convert all of Israel into an Islamic state under Sharia law.
Yeah. Well, Sharia law is bad in the first place, no? Isn't that super regressive and tries to make women slaves, basically? Yeah, I mean, Hasan is very committed to the propagandist cause.
That's their stated goal. Hamas has been on the designated terrorist group pretty much as long as there's been a group. These guys have been suicide bombing civilians before ISIS leaders were even born. They fired 50,000 rockets into civilian populations and performed over 100 suicide bombings.
Yeah, it's bad. It sounds bad. Yeah.
Killing thousands of civilians. Women are restricted from participating in the workplace and public life. Homosexuality is outlawed. And in some cases, of course, punishable by death. They steal foreign aid from
Yeah, but guys, the resistance is not perfect, okay?
the people of Gaza and repurpose it for military use, or they just sell it back to them. For example, why are all the Hamas leaders billionaires?
And let's be real, these guys clearly are not skipping any meals. While the people of Gaza languish in poverty, these fine gentlemen are living in multi-million-dollar penthouses in Qatar.
That lines up with leftist values, or, well, they were billionaires. Because they're all dead. They're killed, they're all dead. Hamas is
That's kind of funny.
a bunch of
That's not funny, guys. It's terrible.
psychopathic terrorists of the worst order. And nobody would be crazy enough to defend them.
But guys, Hasan is.
No, is this Islam again? Hasan defended Hamas? Seriously? Okay.
We had to make last-minute changes to this part to prevent it from being age-restricted on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Ethan.
I cut out the footage from Hamas, and I will attempt to narrate it for you as best I can. In this scene, an older woman is walking hand in hand with a girl who looks about 12. And
That sounds like a nice scene so far. I'm just going to assume that it's like we're going kind of doing like a fun little time.
As they're getting in the back of the van, one of the terrorists gives them a wave goodbye and says goodbye to them in English.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
And the two of them smiling wave back.
That's crazy, dog. Dude. Okay, that's crazy. That's crazy. That actually, okay, that's too much. That's more than I expect. Bro, every time they're releasing hostages, the next wave, they're going to be like, actually, I'm good. Like, I'm staying.
These hostages are being released at gunpoint by the people who likely murdered their family in front of them before kidnapping them. Hasan peddling this narrative that they're sad to leave their captors is beyond disgusting.
The next wave, they're going to
That's fucking gross.
be like, actually, I'm good.
It's plainly obvious these are traumatized victims who are scared for their life and doing what the terrorists are telling them to do in order to avoid any conflict on the way out. Oh, look at the sweet masked terrorist with his AK-47. He's so nice. Did you guys see how he waves goodbye?
Dude, okay, I'm going to be honest. This is some crazy PR. They look traumatized as fuck. Wait, what? Bro, they look like they're chilling.
This girl who had her foot blasted off on October 7th and then operated on without anesthesia or painkillers is so sorry to say goodbye to her captors. She's going to miss their hospitality, like being raped and being watched showering and changing.
The next wave, they're going to be like, actually, I'm good. Like, I'm staying.
It's so obvious the terrorists are telling them what to do. Ethan, how can you say that? They look so happy. Keep waving. These morons forgot to cut out this part. Yes, that's a terrorist giving them an order to keep waving. And she does. See how fast she reacts? Totally not a fearful victim of terroristic kidnapping. Anyone peddling this nonsense should be embarrassed and ashamed. How pathetic can you get?
The next wave, they're going to be like, actually, I'm good. Bro, they look like they're chilling.
All right.
That's fucking gross, dude. That's actually crazy. I unironically didn't think Hasan could stoop to such a low level. That's fucking horrific. I genuinely didn't realize how much of a horrific person Hasan was. I thought he was just stupid, but like he legitimately does not care about anything. That was fucking gross and disturbing. Jesus Christ.
Right, the Houthis is one thing, but he's not going to turn on Hamas propaganda.
Jesus, fuck.
The videos and watch it on stream. There's no way. Okay, it's getting hard to defend him. Freedom fighters, musical shit.
Here is a video that came out of how Hamas produces their own motherfucking sniper rifles.
Whoa, sounds like a cool video, Hasan.
He can hardly contain his admiration for them.
Produces their own motherfucking sniper rifles.
Let's see how long he can go without offering any commentary or analysis on this Hamas hype video.
Well, we know he can go pretty long without doing any real commentary. We've seen that when he just plays other people's videos on his stream and lets it going. So. Okay.
Is that COD?
This is all Hasan does all day is he watches terrorist propaganda on stream and he gets paid like millions of dollars. That's fucking insane, dude. Oh my god.
1 minute, 36 seconds. Nice. He's taken his time to analyze and think. I expect nothing less from a journalist such as Hasan. Quiet everybody. He's about to speak. He's gonna talk.
Is that COD?
That's crazy.
Got him. That's crazy. Got him. That's crazy. Got him.
He's done it again. We love you.
Okay.
We will continue killing your soldiers by our locally manufactured snipers. Wow, there's a little message for the Americans out there as well.
I mean, let's just be absolutely real, not to get all American, but we would distinguish, excuse me, that's the wrong word, extinguish any country that fucked with us. I don't understand. It's not actually like the only reason that we haven't like conquered a lot, well, it's really because we don't want to start wars with our countries, but you guys act like we don't sacrifice the comfort of our own citizens to have the most powerful military in the entire world. Like, you're a fucking moron, Hasan.
They're saying like artisanal snipers. So why am I showing you this?
Good question. Why are you showing us 2 minutes of uninterrupted Hamas propaganda? I'm sure he has a good answer.
The reason why I'm showing you this is because
I need to play something while I eat. I need to play something while I eat my food. That's the reason why it's incredible.
One thing that the Israeli maintenance of the apartheid has shown us is that there are no half measures on genocide. You either got to hit the full gen, okay?
Full gen. Gotcha.
You can't do half genocide, a little bit of displacement, and then continue maintaining an apartheid state and maintaining an occupation, okay? Which is basically what America did back in the day when, you know, we were building America, Manifest Destiny, right?
Hold on. You showed this to us because of Manifest Destiny? The fuck are you talking about? This is just word salad. I mean, he's really saying nothing here. So he has no good reason. Got it. Okay, fine. He likes Hamas. He watches their propaganda. But he's not going to deny the violent rapes that took place. That is way beyond the pale.
There is one instance in captivity that we have actually gotten verifiable evidence on. Beyond that, the systematized mass rapes that Hamas dealt on October 7, not a single bit of that has been verified. And people still run with it over and over and over again.
Many young people who were simply attending a music festival, women were horribly raped. as I said then, I say today, Israel has a right to defend itself.
What rapes did Hezbollah do? Bro, what rapes did Hamas do? What are you talking about? The Stop Anti-Semitism account that considered me to be anti-Semite of the week has also been hallucinating.
I'll say anti-Semite of the forever, no?
Rapes once again, doing rape fantasies once again because they're fucking mentally ill.
Hamas has committed horrific acts of sexual violence and took
women and girls, men and boys slaughtered after enduring sexual violence. The deadliest day for the Jewish people.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th. Like, that doesn't change the dynamic for me even this much. So that's...
Guys, the resistance, it's not perfect, okay? That's still all you need to know.
The other part of this problem that many people that can't contend with, like...
I can't believe how quickly leftists go from believe all women to pics or it didn't happen. The vast majority of people, if not all, who were raped were murdered on the spot, obviously.
Gam Goldstein Almog was kidnapped from her home on October 7th by Hamas terrorists and was held captive for 51 days. Though only 17 years old, she witnessed the murder of her father and sister on that day and is now speaking out about what she witnessed in Gaza as well in a new documentary by Sheryl Sandberg, Screams Before Silence. In new footage, Agam reveals that sexual assault and rape was a regular component of the life as a hostage in Gaza.
Yeah, but did she get any pictures of it, guys? We need that. Especially Hasan. We need that. Hasan wants to look at pictures of it happening because he would find it interesting. He just seems like the kind of guy who would.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th.
The kind of person who would say that probably enjoys watching people get violently assaulted. I mean, I'm not saying that he would. I'm just saying that there's a higher likeliness that he would, considering the disgusting perspective he has on this topic, which I don't think is that hot of a take, guys. Okay? That's all I'm saying.
Son, maybe you would like to call her a liar. Please, go right ahead.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on...
Well, yeah, but he's not a real journalist, right? So he would never try to talk to them.
On October 7th.
There are dozens of testimonies from witnesses, most of who were in hiding and heard or saw it happen. And each week, there's more stories coming out. There's a UN report that concludes it happened.
Doesn't matter.
But Hasan needs a rape kit from a mutilated body. It's so vile to deny the suffering and trauma of the victims just because you need your heroes at Hamas to be perfect. This conflict will never end until people realize that Palestinian liberation and Israeli security are not mutually exclusive. You need both, and it can be done, but not while people like Hasan lie, propagandize, and incite hate. It's people like him, ironically, that prolong the conflict indefinitely. There's no space for conversation. There's no space for rational thought. There's no space for nuance. My position on Palestine is like 5 degrees off from where Hasan is. And to him and his community, I'm the devil. I'm a Nazi. It's delusional thinking, and it's destructive to their own cause.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th. Like, that doesn't change the dynamic for me even this much.
This is fucking gross, man. So far, I mean, we started off having a fun little time, but we really realized that Hasan is a disgusting piece of fucking dog shit. I mean, we already knew he was bad, but I didn't think he was necessarily a threat before. But now I genuinely do. He's just a fucking disgusting individual.
God forbid you throw up the fucking green Hamas banner.
What is this? And now let's move on to our next terrorist organization, Twitch TV. Sinwar, Nasrallah, Dan Clancy. Of course, I'm being a little silly when I call Twitch a terrorist organization. It's only a megaphone for terrorist propaganda. Dan Clancy has been the CEO for a few years, and under his leadership, there's been a few notable instances, one being reducing the premium subscription split from 70-30 to 50-50, which he reversed after backlash. He also attempted to ban the size of sponsored logos on stream to 3% of the size of the screen, was also reversed after backlash. So,
wow, makes a lot of good decisions to make people happy, huh? That's incredible.
He's essentially achieved nothing.
How will Hasan weasel his way out of this one? Honestly, he's just gonna not watch it and just pretend that everything is disingenuous that's against him because he's a fucking scumbag. He doesn't care. And his audience doesn't care. They're dumb as shit.
Oh, well, there is one thing. He actually laid off 900 employees.
Whoa.
That one he did not take back. But here's where the trouble begins. He likes Hasan. He really likes Hasan.
Let me read you an excerpt from a recent interview Dan did. Not a gamer himself, Clancy mostly watches musicians or talk shows on Twitch. He particularly enjoys leftist political commentator Hasan Piker. I like the frankness and the bluntness. He's comfortable saying whatever he believes. Don't you think that might be part of the problem there, Danny boy?
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th.
By speaking what he believes, he should be on Rumble with the other fringe radical political streamers. But no, not under Dan Clancy's watch. Dan has elevated him to the status of Twitch Golden Boy. And if you still have doubts, let this settle the matter. Just for clarity, Dan Clancy is the one filming and singing in this video.
Happy birthday to you.
What? He sounds so good.
The fuck?
Happy birthday to you.
Bro, we're never beating the Hasan Runs Twitch out.
You think he'll actually feel forced to talk about it? Do you think he'll actually feel forced to talk about the situation? Because that would be fucking hilarious.
Allegations after this. This is crazy. Oh my God.
Happy birthday, dear Hasan.
This is crazy.
Happy birthday to you.
Yay, Hasan. Wow, happy birthday from Twitch. Yeah.
I've been looking around and I genuinely have never seen another video like this anywhere, where Dan Clancy or any top executive forced all these poor sons of bitches during their lunch break to gather around in the crew room and sing happy birthday for Hasan Piker. How humiliating is that? There's also a small issue of
I think you watched it offline or anything?
Dan being a total creep.
Want to explore clips?
That's very nice.
And now you have a clips feed. Okay?
You know, I'm listen, I'm sure that there's feeds of mine out there that are full of fucking girls too. You know, it is what it is, but you can't also, you get to do one. You either get to be a gooner or a terrorist sympathizer. You can't do both. It's actually illegal, okay? You got to pick one. Either a gooner or, not and, or a terrorist sympathizer. Can't do both, brother. Got to take it easy, baby. You got to dial that one back. What?
Suppose you want to check out the stories to see what you missed yesterday.
Suppose you wanted to jerk your dick off.
You click there.
Bop, bop, bop. Wow.
And now you're in your stories feed.
That's crazy. I think that the worst part isn't even that he has this as his thing. It's that he didn't go, oh, this makes me look like a fucking weirdo. This is Dan Clancy, the owner of Twitch's. Their fake TikTok thing that they created to be competitive. Terrible platform. You shouldn't even stream there. YouTube's better. You didn't think maybe you want to use a fresh account or something, you know, like something different. You're just fucking, you're showing your gooning account off. He's like, yeah, this is fine. Nobody warned him that makes him look weird, or what happened there? I'm a little confused.
Okay.
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 That's very nice.
Yeah.
That's really nice. That's really nice, guys. This is beautiful. What is happening here? This is making me feel so strange about myself right now.
Okay.
Suppose
you want to check out the stories to see what you missed yesterday.
I don't know what's happening.
You click there.
Why is my peen organ hard?
And now you're in your story.
What does the world mean?
Okay.
Okay.
Why am I getting a
That's very nice.
Yeah.
That's also.
Okay.
Okay.
What are you doing with your pants?
What's happening?
You know, Dan, I would have let this creep narrative go. If it didn't happen twice, roll it.
You want to see clips? Swipe this way and now you're...
Why is he doing this? Why is he proud of it? Why is he proud of this? What is happening here? Why I would censor. I wouldn't want you to know that I'm fucking beating my penor off. What the hell's happening here?
Seeing clips. The clips are, and that's not necessarily the algorithm.
First of all, it's gross enough you're a creep, but what an incompetent idiot you are. You're the CEO of Twitch and you get caught with the fucking... You get caught with the girlies on your homepage twice? Bro, come on, dude. You got wife, man. Got daughters.
Yeah.
We don't need to know about this. Don't want that in my head, bro. It's also a little bit disturbing considering, you know, he's these people's bosses.
Okay.
All right, so he's incompetent. He's a creep. He's protecting terrorist propagandists.
So what's up? So what's the big deal with Dan Clancy? Well, what happened next is what really made me realize how corrupted and rotten Twitch is to the very core of the organization. First, let me introduce you to Frogan.
Why don't you go take a trip to Home Depot and buy some rope?
Oh, dude, that's so funny.
She's one of Hasan's main moderators.
I actually farted.
She's leading great discourse like Ethan's Islamophobic for saying, don't kill civilians.
She has zero talent. She has 100 concurrent viewers, but somehow she's always on the homepage.
That's crazy. How? What the fuck? I would feel horrible about myself if I was somebody who was getting like artificially boosted up there and I didn't earn any of my own shit. So why does she feel good about being a streamer? Like what? Unironically, like, you know, I don't understand it.
She's winning awards. Nobody's watching her. Nobody cares.
Dude, I heard that she won Best Rising Streamer in the Universe 17 times in a row. Isn't that fucking crazy?
Why is she relevant? We don't know.
It's important for me to show you guys what an actual horrible person Frogan is, so that you can see who Twitch is elevating. So let's start with this clip. Ludwig, a large streamer on Twitch, donated $10,000 to the Palestinian Children's Relief Fund. That's a wonderful thing to do, right?
Yeah.
No, not good enough for Frogan.
I find ultimately, like, if I were to do a charity thing where the charity thing relies on your donations, it should be something where like 95% of people feel good and are down for it.
Okay.
And like ultimately, regardless of what you think, that is not the situation here. So I personally donated 10K.
Well, you know what's so funny is that like he sounds like a fucking moron saying what he's saying right now. Like, oh yeah, you know, I would advocate more for Palestinian children, but you guys probably wouldn't like that. So basically, I basically only do charity if I feel like you guys will like it, because part of the charity is the performance of doing the charity. You can criticize me here. The problem is that it's Frogan and she looks like a thumb. That's the issue more than anything else, right? Because his argument sounds stupid as fuck. What he's saying sounds so stupid. But like that's really the bigger issue there. He sounds like a fucking idiot. So she could have a criticism there, but nobody likes her or trusts her or respects her or really watches her. She's on the YouTube Twitch homepage all the time, even though she only gets like 100 viewers a stream. And still only gets 100 viewers a stream. That's so interesting. But hey, that's Frogan.
Because I think it is worthwhile. And if you guys got some extra bread, I would recommend you donate.
True. What am I, a duck?
But I won't throw it on you. You know what I mean? No thanks. And some people are going to say that. You know what I mean? That's why it's the difference.
This is a cracker take.
True, dude. Hey, cracker. Say it with that. Also, I didn't donate any money to the Palestinian children. So real through. I did donate money to Palestinian mothers. MILFs, to be specific. It's just the kind of guy that I am.
Between like, hey, I can put my money where my mouth is, but I don't need to put your money there.
That's what I paid her to do, funny enough.
I don't need to enter a fucking debate about whether that's worthwhile.
I know Arabs are dying, but you know...
What is happening here?
I'm not going to tell you to donate. Do whatever you want. Me, I donated $10,000, but I'm not going to promote it. Just don't say you donated $10,000 then. Look, if you're not actively believing, if you don't believe in the cause, and if you're not against genocide at this point, like, keep your fucking money. Keep your $10,000. Keep your little chump change. Like, what do you want? Do you want me to say like congratulations?
Imagine being Frogan, a leftist living in LA in comfort, begging for her rent money on stream, and telling displaced and famished Palestinian children.
Damn, she has $2,200 worth of rent? How the fuck do you afford to live with 100 viewers and $2,200 of rent? What the fuck?
No, kids, you need to give that $10,000 back. Ludwig didn't pass my purity test.
Keep your fucking money.
But wait, there's more.
I have no pity at all for any fucking soldiers.
Ooh. Wouldn't you though? Especially if you felt like there was a pipeline that almost forced people to become soldiers to some extent? Call it the poverty pipeline.
Distress, thank you so much. I will never have any fucking pity for any fucking soldiers. U.S. military? Boo fucking who? I hope you get PTSD. Oh my god, I want my fucking Camaro, no student loans. Fuck you. I hope you get PTSD.
That's crazy work.
And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America.
That's so base, dude. This sounds just like this sounds very left-leaning positive stuff.
This clip obviously made the rounds on social media and rightfully outraged a lot of people. Here's how she responded.
Yeah, aren't veterans technically like a protected class? They are DEI, okay?
The next day.
I hope you get PTSD.
Ooh.
And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America.
She's so base, dude. I wonder, does Frogan and do Frogan and Hasan ever hang out? Has Hasan ever invited Frogan onto his stream? Because I don't watch Hasan's stream, obviously, because I prefer, my sanity. But what I would say is I'd say probably not. And I don't think that that's a hot take. And the reason is because how do you live with yourself where you're a Hasan mod that Hasan never wants to be around? He doesn't even like you. He doesn't like you. He doesn't respect you. He doesn't care about you. And it's like you don't feel stupid about that? Like, that just seems so weird. I don't know.
And they posted it in my head. I'm like, base? Based? Like, am I supposed to be like I'm not walking back on it. I still fucking agree with it. Base?
The smug defiance Frogan is showing is only because she knows that Twitch will do nothing to moderate her, despite veterans being classified as a protected group in Twitch's own community guidelines. But wait, there's more.
Okay, 6250, 9/11 baking stream with Raf and Capri. If we get to this goal by 9/11, Capri, Raf, and I will make the Twin Towers out of a stacked cake, and we'll make an airplane, and we'll recreate 9/11.
It's so interesting how boring she is. I mean, it's not really interesting, but she's so boring. Like, why? Like, that's you're boring. That's how you decide that you want to keep your brand relevant, by being boring. Hey guys, I'm edgy. That's the same thing as just saying a bunch of slurs on your stream. Hey guys, I'm edgy. You're a loser. You're a boring loser. Like, why do you feel good about that? That's just fucking boring, dude. Oh my God.
This tweet was the final straw for me. You'll notice the date is October 7th, 2023, the morning of the massacre, at 5:30 a.m. Pacific time. At this moment, Hamas militants had infiltrated a music festival and several kibbutzim, where they began their wanton slaying of civilians. Here's what she tweeted. Leftists preach and foam at the mouth at the thought of a revolution happening in America. But as soon as it happens in the Middle East, what they're doing is wrong. It's not what she said. It's when she said it. While she's on Twitter celebrating, I was listening to the local news in Israel. Families were calling into news stations begging for help. Let me show you what I mean.
This is going to be tough. Jesus Christ.
איפה אתם? יואו, ממי, צריכים מיקום. תתרחבו, תמצאו מקום, תתרחבו. אבל אני אוהבת אותך, אנחנו בתוך הלחם. אי אפשר לצאת. אני יוצא לכיוון שלכם עכשיו, צריכים מיקום, שליחים מיקום. אני בא, ממי, צריכים מיקום, אלוהים.
The morning of October 7th, Israelis were listening to calls like this all morning long, dozens of them. Imagine reading this tweet after listening to this. This woman should have moved on years ago to another profession, but for some reason Twitch is obsessed with keeping her on life support. And
what I genuinely think about Frogan Sorry, guys. I had to mute it. I had to mute it. I had to mute it because I had to say some stuff. I'm sorry for saying it. Nobody heard it, but I still feel bad about what I said. But I had to mute because the things that I said about her are just, they're terrible. They're tragic. But she's such a bad person that makes me so angry that I needed to just say it out loud. I needed to say some of the most heinous things that I've ever said in my entire life about her. Because that made me so upset listening to that. So, it was terrible. So fucking bad. That's made me so upset. What a terrible person. I didn't say a single slur in that entire thing. I said things worse than any slur you could come up with. Just to be clear. That was fucking, that hurt. That's hard to listen to, dude. That was terrible. That was fucking terrible. That's fucking, that was upsetting, dude. I'm not even gonna lie. Jesus Christ. Alright, let's continue the video. Sorry. It's like, how the fuck do you listen to that and not, like, feel... That's it. How do you not feel? That was so terrible. You don't need a hint. I will get banned for everything that I said. Every half sentence would have banned me for a decade each on this fucking platform. That's why I muted myself. Right.
And instead of moderating her, they actually gave her an award, Together for Legendary Woman, in which she would get front page placement all year.
I put the mic in front of my mouth intentionally so you couldn't even lip read it. So don't even try to do that shit.
Year long. This is actually my favorite detail about Frogan. She won a Rising Star Award at the Streamer Awards, an award show put on by her friends. And then the next year, guys, she gets nominated for Rising Star again.
That's crazy.
Are they fucking with her? You can't be Rising Star twice. It's up or it's down, man. In fact, you were never up. That was the problem. They tried to pretend like you were up, but you were always down. Rising Star twice. What's this, fucking Mario Kart? You hit a boost up there or some shit?
Oh my lord.
Because Frogan is the two-time Rising Star champ, and because of her massive viewership of 100 concurrent viewers, it only makes sense that Twitch would give her one of the main stages at TwitchCon to do a 45-minute long segment.
It is very strange that they would ever give her any of that stuff. Like, I know that she's a Hasan mod, but like, why would they feel the need to give her that?
Her idea that was Twitch approved, an Arab to Jew racial tier list. So the premise is...
That's so funny because it's so true. That's exactly what she did. An Arab to Jew tier list. It was a dog whistle. Through and through. And we know it's a dog whistle now. We don't even have to explain it. We know for a fact it was a dog whistle because we know Hasan. We know that he very clearly does not care about anything except for being anti-West. And that's what it was. That was always the intention of it. But now after watching this video, I won't even have to explain it. If you made it to this point and you were questioning whether it was or wasn't, you're probably like, oh, you know what? Question over. It was fucking insane.
Who can say Habibi, an Arabic word of affection like baby or sweetheart? And this tier list determines who can say it. Top and most desirable tier is Arab. And at the bottom, the worst one is, quote, loves Sabra. Now, why does loves Sabra equate to Jews? Sabra is a well-known Israeli company that makes hummus. They've been on the divestment list for many, many years, so the activists are well aware of their status. Oh yeah, and Sabra literally means a Jew that was born in Israel. It also plays up
No, guys, it's just the hummus. No, guys, it's just the hummus, okay?
an anti-Semitic trope that denies Jewish identity in the Middle East. There's this idea that Israelis are all white colonizers who are stealing the culture and identity of Arabs to make it seem like they belong there. Watch Frogan and her co-hosts accuse Israelis of culturally appropriating Arab culture.
The one thing that's like funny is that there's two types of like genocide, right? There's like genocide of real people, and then there's like cultural genocide, right? Like this is fucking funny. But it's like Those motherfuckers trying to take hummus and say it's Israeli is the most insane thing to me.
Isn't hummus just beans, mushed beans? I'm assuming more than one culture has mushed beans. Literally, England just eats mushed beans. That's like all the food that they eat. What are we talking about here?
Dude, the fact that they have the audacity to create sabra and make that like the staple hummus of America, insane.
I'm assuming Americans just like it more if they do.
It's super offensive to us. And like that's actual like cultural appropriation. Like people get mad when someone has like dreadlocks and they call that culture. I'm like, come on, just
that's stupid.
It's just like a hairdo. Like it's okay. People like white people are allowed to have dreadlocks if they want dreadlocks. But like
true. I mean, the Vikings had it too, but who cares? It's just hair. Who gives a shit?
Actually trying to claim
mashed chickpeas. Yeah, it's just fucking mashed beans. It's the same thing as fucking English people. Who cares? With oil and salt. It's who gives a shit? Who cares?
Our food, our desserts.
Just one question for you guys.
Who the fuck do you think is making the hummus in Israel? Martha Stewart? No, it's the same fucking Arabic-speaking Jews that you kicked out in the 1950s. Yeah.
True.
Yes, they also like hummus, and they like all the same shit you do. Because they are you. They're from your country. You kicked them all out, and now you're accusing them of stealing your culture. You want to talk about cultural genocide? Well, here it is. You racist piece of shit.
Those motherfuckers trying to take hummus and say it's Israeli is the most insane thing to me.
Hey, scumbag.
That's fucking funny. Jesus Christ. He's not holding back at all. Yeah, I'm going to grow my own dreadlocks, true.
Here's a hummus place we used to eat at. The chef is from Yemen. Here's another dude from Syria. Does this dude look like a white colonizer to you? Would you like to tell him he's stealing your culture? Well, this is what most Israelis look like.
Dude, the fact that they have the audacity to create sabra.
Dude, none of these like all these people are westernized fucking Muslims that were born into upper middle class families. They are bored and they want to identify with oppression. Frogan's not a victim of anything. Okay, Rogan's a victim of being a 30-year-old with 100 concurrent viewers on Twitch that somehow can afford a $2,000 plus apartment every month. These people don't struggle, so they force themselves to identify with a struggle of people who are actually struggling. Right? And those are Palestinian people. And that's why they sit here and they use that struggle of other people, which they can never identify with in any capacity, to just, they use those struggles to justify just being racist against people because they don't understand the history of anything. That's literally all it is. And that's who all of these people are. They don't know shit. They're just it's victim culture. They want to be the victims, but they don't identify with it. And every time that they breathe, all they do is invalidate the struggle of actual Palestinian people.
This is casual bigotry being passed around like a leftist talking point. It's exactly why people are saying that anti-Semitism is coming mostly from the left. And yes, I know this dipshit is also Jewish. Incredible. He picked up so many tokens, he actually became one. And by the way, everybody on this panel is looking pretty fucking white themselves. So bearing all of this in mind, it's really not a stretch to say that the Love Sabra bracket is a dog whistle for Israelis or Jews.
The next person is one of my favorite people, Ethan Klein.
I told you guys to clap.
This is a good reaction.
That was a good one. That's good. All right. Turn that up. Turn giraffes.
We all know where this is going.
You guys are missing a category for Zionist.
Who's that idiot? Who's that person that I want to use slurs against? That person's also a fucking loser. Who is that?
That was just a joke.
Let me tell you something right now. I'm chubbed up right now. Okay, I'm chubbed up on this anti-Hasan orbiter train. I am, dude. I've never felt more Jewish in my entire life than when I'm talking about this stuff. Okay, I'm just some fucking fat, white, conservative looking guy. I'm not conservative, but I look like it. But with all this fucking anti-Semitism going on, it makes me feel more Jewish than I ever have. I literally stopped tipping. Okay, that's how Jewish I am. I'm kidding. I still tip very well. Let me tell you though, these people they make me feel like, they roast my they fucking roast me out, dude. It's fucking pissing me off. I fucking hate these people. Fucking assholes.
Joke in my
Denouncing. Well, obviously it's Love Sabra, right?
Yeah.
Who the fuck are these people? Don't they all just like watch? And like, I know I watch content on stream and react to it, but don't they just like literally watch content and don't react to it on their stream, and then they like ask for money? Like, they don't even produce anything of any value. They don't have any commentary worth anything. Like they couldn't even explain why they hate Ethan Klein. Like I hate him because he owes me Teddy Fresh, right? What is it? Like I don't understand. But what is it that they do? What personality do they have? Like, don't they just watch fucking, like, don't they literally just watch without commentary other people's content?
Yeah, it has to be.
That's easy. That's definitely low Sabra.
She apparently consulted with the head of the KKK, and he told her more subtle. So if it wasn't obvious enough, they pull me, one of the best-known Jewish creators, and immediately put me in Sabra. Hasan, by the way, who's Turkish, not
They also put Ben Shapiro there, or maybe in the thumbnail.
Arab, is Arab. That's the good one. That's the good one. The Arab ethnicity is S tier. Then Denham's jokes that we don't have a category low enough for Zionists. Once again, calling out my Jewish identity.
Dude, where's the? You guys are missing a category for Zionist.
And if it isn't about being Jewish,
why would they put Ben Shapiro in the thumbnail?
One of the other most prominent Jews on YouTube, in the category next to me, when he's not even featured in the game. Who's next down there? Anne Frank? Einstein? Seth Rogen? Schindler? Well, he wasn't Jewish, but they would put him down there, let's be real.
It also doesn't help their case that both my wife and Ben Shapiro's wife were born in Israel, which would make them Sabras. So love
Everything is
Sabra
anti-Semitic.
literally in this case means Jew lover. That sounds pretty racist. And what about the title? How Arab?
This is just Hasan streaming.
Celebrity drama or whatever. Like, fuck off, please.
Oh, they did not. They denied my. They denied me from being part of the chat, dude. I forgot what I said to try to get unbanned. I forgot what I had said. Oh, well. He's not going to respond to Ethan, though, unfortunately. This is disgusting. What I just paused on my screen. Sorry.
Are these Twitch streamers? Hold on a minute. I thought this was about hummus. You know, I'm tired of these people gaslighting me. Haven't the Jews been gassed enough?
Jesus Christ.
So you're telling me you understand what a microaggression is, but you can't understand why a Jewish man might be uncomfortable with this. I feel like this is indefensible, blatant, obvious anti-Semitism.
How'd I get banned? I forgot exactly how I got banned in there. It was a while ago. I think it was, he made fun of me for being fat a long time ago, and I said, hey, that was mean, and then he banned me or something. And then I forgot what I said to try to get him to unban me. I don't think I said put a girl on or something like that. I forget what it was. I don't remember. I don't.
And this was greenlit by Twitch to appear on their main stage. How is that even possible? Right in front of their sponsors too. Chevron, Capcom, and Samsung. This racial tier list was brought to you by our sponsors, Chevron, Capcom, and Samsung.
Incredible, going after the advertisers. I'm all for it, dude.
This is an example of Twitch management elevating a racist nobody like Frogan at the detriment of their own company's well-being. Why?
After the predictable controversy this caused, Dan Clancy, the CEO, went live for the first time after 2 weeks and did an FAQ.
Yeah, and they actually, part of the FAQ was, hey, do you like e-thoughts? And he was like, yeah, absolutely. And then he showed us all of them, actually. It was very interesting.
It's exciting to be here. Mary, thanks for having me. It's always a joy to do this with you. And we have a lot to talk about. And, looking forward to questions.
Let's take a look at some of the questions they got. This person asked, do you plan on addressing the anti-Semitism problem? Dan's response, permanent ban.
Ooh, that's listen. Why the fuck would you even bother going live if you're not going to address it? That doesn't make any sense to me.
Why do you not ban streamers that show terrorist propaganda on your website? Good question. Permanent ban. Do you care to comment about the ADL and anti-Semitism on Twitch? Ban.
Why the fuck is the CEO banning people for asking reasonable questions about a relevant controversy they've been in? What the fuck is this? These are not even written like in a mean way. You are banned, just like the entire country of Israel. It had just been
That's funny.
discovered around the same time as this Arab tier list.
Yeah, that they got banned. They banned the entire country of Israel from like making new accounts. It was fucking bizarre.
That Twitch had.
I think it's because they loved Israel so much. I think that's what it was, actually.
Secretly, without announcing it anywhere, banned the entire country of Israel from creating new accounts. This was enacted right after October 7th, and it continued on for a year. And if you're wondering how you didn't hear about it before, it's not because the Israelis weren't talking. Here's the top Israeli streamer's video about it,
which is entitled, "Twitch does not want Jews on their platform."
He can't be Israeli. He's black, guys. I thought Israelis were only white colonizers, according to the whitest people on Twitch, Frogan and Hasan. Interesting. Okay.
He explains that they slowly started to realize no accounts could be made, and him and his fellow Israeli streamers were causing a lot of noise to get noticed. But Twitch completely ignored them for 5 months. When he created a support ticket with Twitch, it was straight up deleted with zero explanation. Around the end of the year, when people started talking about anti-Semitism on Twitch, Dan Saltman discovered the Israel ban when he was sent the code proving the block happened, presumably from someone who works at Twitch, and it could no longer be ignored.
Maybe Dan Saltman can get a new job. I hear he needs one.
Israeli and American
I think he's still sweeping.
media started to pick up the story, which finally forced Twitch to respond. He also explains the block started on October 13th, which happens to be Global Jihad Day, when Islamic terrorists call on others globally to act.
Ew. Wait, what?
Which he thinks is an odd coincidence.
Yeah, that certainly is. What the fuck?
They were never notified in any way, and it greatly affected their business. He says he doesn't feel safe with Dan Clancy in power, as he feels he can no longer trust him.
When Israelis try to sign up, it gives you a generic error message. It doesn't say anything that suggests that you're ineligible because you're in Israel. So when one of these guys wrote to Twitch customer service, this is what they said. "I am really sorry that you are having issues creating an account. We have reviewed your case thoroughly and can confirm that unfortunately you are not eligible to create a Twitch account. As a result, we will be closing your case at this time."
Under the new
Jesus, for what reason? They gave him no reason.
increased scrutiny, Dan Clancy panicked and posted 2 terrible explanations on Twitter that were,
well, basically, Jews.
Immediately community noted.
How can Twitch say on one hand that they've reviewed the case thoroughly, and then on the other hand say it was an accident and they didn't know? This is all very fishy.
A big media company like Twitch doesn't realize that their new account signups from Israel has completely flatlined? You're telling me that you guys did?
Yeah, why would they want to do that? They're losing money, dude. It's not about the money, guys. It's just about hating Jews at this point.
Didn't notice that. That's impossible.
Wait, actually, that makes sense. Holy fuck. Wait, I was sitting here and I was like, oh, they just like money. That's why they're supporting Hasan and all this crazy shit. I was, him, when I say crazy shit, I mean him putting literal terrorists on his platform that want Jews to die. But then they blocked Israeli people from making accounts, even though that hurts them their money. It was never about the money. What the fuck? Oh, okay.
Then, at the same time, it was announced that Sneeko, Fresh and Fit, and the little Houthi twink terrorists were all unbanned, and they could stream again on Twitch.
Wow. I mean, that definitely doesn't support the narrative that I just came to the realization of at all. What the fuck?
This is like the holy trinity of anti-Semitism.
So guys, yeah, we're back on Twitch. Welcome. I know we had gotten banned or whatever, or we got suspended, but I went ahead and appealed it, and we're back in the house, man. So for all the haters out there that were like, you know, oh yeah, they got banned on Twitch. Hey, be mad.
Just to be clear, all these guys think that the Jews run the world and that they are actively trying to silence and suppress them. So that's why it's bad that they're getting unbanned. Just so you guys know. I don't know if you guys know that.
Mad, guys, because we are back in the house. They can't stop us.
They did stop them an hour later. All 3 of the accounts were eventually rebanned. But the decision to unban those 3 creators at
they only got rebanned after they got like fucking like pressure blowback. So
that exact time, and being 3 of the best known anti-Semites on the internet, seems to clearly be trying to send a message.
And then it was discovered that Twitch's head of policy and community guidelines was previously fired from her job publicly by the British government. Why? She does not like the Jews.
That's right. Their head of trust and safety was previously suspended from her job at Ofcom for being too anti-Zionist. And guess where her very next job was at? That's right, Twitch TV.
Jesus Christ. There actually is they actually do fucking hate Jews. That's not funny at all, but it's just fucking interesting that they legitimately just hate Jews. I mean, I'm fucking honestly shocked. Like, I didn't think it would be that obvious that they fucking hated Jewish people. Honestly, I didn't think it would be like, yeah, we just hate them. I thought it would have been a little more subtle than that. But what the fuck? What do I know? Am I right, guys? Like, what the hell do I know? Nothing, apparently. Oh my God.
Apparently she was posting pro-Hamas tweets only mere days after October 7th happened.
That's so interesting. It sounds just like someone else we know. It's almost like supporting terrorists is institutional. Hell, it might even be a prerequisite.
Take a look at this tweet from Twitch's senior manager of inclusive marketing, Bridget Chermating, on October 12th. People are posting screenshots of them donating to Israel relief funds. Shake my head, y'all are truly rooting for the oppressor.
Jesus
Read a
Christ.
damn book. This tweet was made only 5 days after the October 7th massacre. The
Jesus.
donations she's criticizing would go to families like this, if they were still alive.
Damn, what the fuck?
This entire family was murdered in cold blood by Hamas terrorists on October 7th. Bridget, who did these little girls oppress? How can you act so high and mighty for your cause and be so callous and inhuman?
Because she's another person. Let's be like absolutely real. She's a black person that has incredibly white features and has never experienced any meaningful racism and wants to cosplay as a black person that's been negatively impacted by systemic racism. And so she uses that to, like, that ties into her hating Jewish people. She's another just like fake loser activist that has no oppression in her life that wants to pretend like she was oppressed. That's literally it. It's all cosplay. That's all it is.
For the innocents on the other side. This statement was made by the senior manager for inclusive marketing. Is that some kind of joke? Is this what inclusion looks like at Twitch?
You can disagree, but that's what it is. I don't know what to tell you. That's exactly what it is. I don't know what to tell you.
Is it really crazy at this point, after all this?
She's the whitest black person I've ever seen in my life. You're like, that's exactly what it is. I don't know what to tell you, dude. She has the same fucking thing. She grew up like upper middle class, and she wants to cosplay as somebody who's oppressed, and so what she does is she takes that and she plays these fucking games. I don't know what to tell you. And so she pretends that like Jews getting murdered is justifiable, and so she criticizes people. That's what she does. She criticizes people for donating. That's it. I don't know what else to tell you, bro.
To say that Twitch has an anti-Semitism problem, I think it would be harder at this point to argue the opposite.
Oh, Bridget, one more thing. Sorry, I forgot. Can you tell me the answer to this riddle? What's the difference between a Boy Scout and a Jewish kid?
Oh, I was a Jewish Boy Scout.
I'm standing by. Let us know. And yes, it's true. I should point out this tweet is from 2011.
I don't understand the joke.
This one, however, is from 22. Sarah Silverman tweeted out, Kanye threatened the Jews yesterday on Twitter and it's not even trending. Why do mostly only Jews speak up against Jewish hate? The science is so loud. Bridget said, this was the energy I was around when I worked with 2 Jewish women in social impact who were both senior to me.
Oh, what's wrong with that?
She's trying to make Sarah Silverman seem like some kind of Jewish Karen.
Yeah, just like Candace Owens. Candace Owens is like another one.
For caring about...
Oh, the joke is supposed to be Boy Scouts came back from camp. Ah, interesting. Gotcha. That's pretty interesting.
Anti-Semitism. I wouldn't really care about any of this if she wasn't the head of fuck...
Jesus, that's insane. It would be funny if I made the joke, but since she actually hates Jews, it's not funny.
Fucking diversity at Twitch. What the fuck is happening here? This is insane.
So with people like her deciding what is and isn't okay on Twitch...
This is actually fucking disgusting. Twitch has a huge issue. Like, Twitch actually hates Jews. What the fuck? This is insane. Twitch actually hates Jewish people. What the fuck is this? They're systematically and intentionally hiring people who hate Jews. Their biggest person on the platform is Hasan, who hates Jews. Like all of this is intentional. Wait, this is fucking crazy. That's actually fucking insane. I already didn't like Twitch because I think it's a bad platform for the creators. Because they do not pay well, they burden the viewers with ads, and they're just shit in general. And so I've always been recommending people like go to YouTube. YouTube is better. Your stream, you can keep your stream up after you're done streaming. The ad revenue is phenomenal. You know, and since you stream on YouTube instead, like when it goes into the video algorithm, it gets a boost because it's already been viewed by people on your stream. And like that was already great. The monetization is better. The ads pay more and they're less aggressive against your audience. They can skip them instead of having to watch a minute or so worth of ads. The revenue split's better. It's just a better platform. But the fact that they legitimately hate Jewish people, they're hiring people who make jokes about how Jews didn't come back from, you know, death camps during the Holocaust. The fact that they're hiring people that were fired for being anti-Jew. The fact that they promote Hasan, who probably is getting artificially boosted and never would have gotten that big without Twitch promoting them or you know, them Destiny sucking their dick. I mean, I don't know, man. This is actually a disgusting, worthless fun. Oh, right. They also banned Israeli people from making, you know, new Twitch accounts. A few days after they were attacked on October 7th during apparently some kind of holiday that celebrates terrorism. Terrorism holiday? I forget what it was. I don't know, man. Twitch is actually fucking vile. I support some people. I actually support people on Twitch right now. People that I like. I'm gonna like unironically cancel all my subscriptions to them. I like them, but I can't in any good conscience associate myself with I have to cancel all my subscriptions. I don't want them to make any money. I'm gonna have to I'll tell them too. I'll reach out to them. But I can't yeah, I can't. This is pretty gross. Like I can't, I just can't. This is fucking insane. It's fucking wild. Jesus Christ. Fucking disgusting. I'll have to reach out to the people that and I'll just tell them like I'm not gonna do that. This is why. Holy fuck. Jesus Christ.
Surprised that you end up with these extraordinarily uneven enforcements of the rules. Take, for example, this clip of the streamer Destiny, who was permanently banned for what he said here.
That community is never worth engaging with. There's just no point in doing it. Like, it's the risk of me, like, ending up getting, like, permabanned and my life destroyed because of these, like, inbred fucking disgusting losers is, like, it's just not worth it. It's just totally not worth it.
And okay.
So Ethan, so just to be clear, Destiny said that about trans people. My understanding is his argument is that it's just the online trans people. Either way, that's something that you're saying that deserves a ban. Same thing if you say that about Jews.
You know, fair enough. If you're going to be consistent with the enforcement, then, you know, let's have a friendly place, a safe environment. It's calling a minority group.
I wonder if Amazon will like see this and decide that they're going to take action against like what's going on here.
Inbred.
Like go after Amazon since they own Twitch. It's pocket argument. Well, that's the thing. Amazon. I don't think Amazon. First of all, Amazon probably loves Jews. Okay. I don't think Amazon gives a shit. Like, I don't think that they're not the ones that are pushing some anti-Semitic message. But if Amazon catches wind of this, they're going to definitely do something about it. 1,000%. Like 1,000 fucking %. That's crazy.
Which results in a permanent ban. Okay. Okay. Has anyone else done that?
The Jewish KKK brigades out there. Just a bunch of fucking inbred hicks. Imagine the most inbred white supremacist guy you can imagine.
I'm thinking of him. All right, you guys ready? I'm going to show you who it is. Oh, fuck. Oh, I figured it out. That's the most inbred white supremacist I've ever seen in my entire life, just to be absolutely clear. Okay?
Okay. Every week there was another fucking psychopathic settler, inbred fucking douchebag. Inbred fucking douchebag.
This guy really loves carbs.
In the background, dude. A nation entirely comprised of messianic,
Would be ridiculous that Amazon's out of a loop with their own streaming platform. I don't think it'd be ridiculous. I could see why. It's a gaming culture to them. I don't think that they probably understand how deeply impactful streaming is. So I could see them not really understanding what's going on.
Inbred, ultra orthodox.
That's why they call them crackers, because they're inside of bread. I figured it out.
Psychopaths. That these inbred don't understand. Educated, inbred, fundamentalist hicks.
Calling us in the middle of campus, calling us inbred, that we have no culture. One of them grabbed my friend's Israeli flag in the middle of campus, carried it to a mob by the gate that were communicating with the angry mobs outside of campus.
Untrained, inbred asses shipped into southern Lebanon, telling us that we are all inbred and that we have no culture.
You want to see clips?
Inbred, 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 inbred.
This is so funny.
Inbred, 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 inbred.
Happy birthday from Twitch, Hasan. The clips are, and that's not necessarily the algorithm.
Wow. This video is making me like actually angry towards the end of it. Holy fuck.
Hasan, a non-Jewish person, is referring to Jews as inbred consistently throughout his career.
Inbred, ultra-Orthodox psychopaths.
Zero punishment. Hasan interviewing a Houthi pirate.
The Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing what Luffy would do. You should tell him that.
Wow.
Zero punishment. Hasan watching terrorist propaganda with zero critical commentary.
They do do musicals. They're very musical people.
Are you being serious?
Zero punishment. Hasan threatening a sitting congressperson. This one actually blew my mind. When I saw he tweeted that, I said, he's done after this for sure. For sure he is.
For those that
Oh yeah, he dog whistled that people should print out like 3D guns or whatever, and then kill a particular kill that person. Yeah, absolutely.
may not recognize this weapon, I'll explain. Shinzo Abe is a former Japanese prime minister. He served from 2012 to 2020. He was assassinated in July of 22, in a stunning fashion that left the Japanese public horrified. He was killed with a makeshift weapon that the shooter had built himself at home. So when Hasan saw this tweet that he didn't like, he posted the schematics in what can only be presumed as an invitation to someone in his fan base to build this weapon and then assassinate this sitting congressperson who wrote a tweet he did not like. I genuinely do not know how he didn't land himself in prison for making terroristic threats.
Zero punishment.
Let the streets soak in their fucking red capitalist bloods.
And this isn't just a Hasan problem. It underscores a disturbing trend among leftists on Twitch. The problem is, if you can believe it, these people are frequently making death threats and facing zero consequence. I know it sounds far-fetched, but I assure you it's very real.
Listen, I'll up the number, okay? 30K to anyone who'll make this dipshit disappear.
Bro, that Destiny guy.
What the fuck?
Needs to get Not gonna fucking lie.
It would just be so easy to just, it would solve all of our problems. Like, we would have socialism now at this point, right? We would have socialism at this point if someone just went out of their way and it would be so easy.
Thing that happens, I mean, like, holy.
This guy's like my age. There's no way that he says something fucking dumb as dog shit, right?
Shit, guys, if you live in Florida, I have an opportunity for you. If you want to earn $100,000, let me know.
You guys don't even have that much money. I don't understand.
Actually, Mike from PA, the dude that's stuck in the before image of a transformation story,
These guys don't even have this money. I don't understand why they're saying that.
did receive a 3-day ban.
This man put a bounty on a fellow streamer's head. This man should not be getting a 3-day suspension. He should be getting a knock on his door from the FBI.
I made this video for 2 reasons.
These guys are broke as fuck. None of them make enough money to ever pay for any of this. What are we talking about here? I don't understand why they're saying like that they have money. What? Am I fucking stupid? Like, there's no way that they make enough money. You know what? I don't care. I don't care.
First, to stop Hasan infiltrating mainstream media. Hasan has been welcomed by many mainstream outlets. They view him as a friendly social democrat, as someone who's just trying to spread progressive politics online to an important demographic. But we know that's not true. He is not their friend or their ally. If you ever see Hasan rubbing shoulders with anyone from mainstream media, let them know politely, with all the civility in the world, what kind of person he is when he thinks mainstream media isn't watching. Help them understand that his name should be associated with people like Nick Fuentes and Alex Jones, other
I agree.
fringe, radical, political commentators. Number 2.
It's funny because, like, I've always said people on the extremists on the left aren't as bad as the extremists on the right, and I generally agree. But one of the things that makes extremists on the left, like Hasan Piker, the confirmed anti-West anti-Semite who even thinks Muslims don't matter as long as he's running defense for China, like he's done in this video. The one thing that's scary about like far left extremists is that society doesn't see them as enough of a threat. That's the biggest problem. We obviously see people like Nick Fuentes and Alex Jones as a threat, unhinged conspiracy theorists who are like race realists and like hate everything that's non-white. But nobody really thinks lowly enough of people like Hasan. They think he's just like an annoying, whinging fuck, but he's not. He's like an actual threat. He's a rape apologist threat to society. Especially since, again, even Twitch was exposed for being legitimately anti-Semitic, hiring actual confirmed anti-Semites. It's fucking insane.
Twitch must be held accountable. Twitch has proven that it will not change by choice, and so it is our moral imperative to enact that change through any reasonable means that we can. Samsung, Chevron, and Capcom. Twitch has given them a lasting association with a racial tier list with Arabs at the top and Jews at the bottom. These brands have every right to know, and they should. We all recall YouTube's adpocalypse. It happened when ads were running over ISIS recruitment videos, and it caused a brand exodus. The same thing is happening now on Twitch, but instead of ISIS, it's the Houthis, Hamas, and Hezbollah. Dan Clancy's refusal to moderate extremists is the only reason for any of this. He is the sole person to blame. He had so many opportunities to stop this. Ultimately, after dedicating months of my life to creating this video, I am left with one overwhelming conclusion. Fuck this dude.
All right. Well, that was that video was excellent. That's all I can say, man. He actually fucking decimated them. Like, without a doubt, he just fucking absolutely decimated Hasan. That was fucking insane.